welcome to the Flixters. This is the place where two movie geeks bring you all the movie reviews and news you can ever want in your whole life. You can download our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Castbox and Anchor. Or just go to Google and see what happens. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube and Twitter. Just put in the search box, the Flixters Podcast. See you there.
That was smooth.
Is it smooth?
It was smooth.
I still had a bit of yogurt in my mouth, so I had to sort of negotiate the yogurt.
It's dripping down right here's on the thing. You know what? It feels like as if this has been a while since I've said all this, but I'm going to go ahead and make it sound like as if this is the first time I'm doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Flixters Podcast. You are listening to episode numero...
Oche.
No.
Oh, sorry. Numero. In my head, I thought you said 20 already. Numero 28. Ocho.
Yeah, that's for all you non-Spanish speakers out there. That's 28.
28 or 28.
Yeah, well, non-French speakers.
French, yeah.
That means 28. So, listen. Thanks for downloading the show. We've got a ram-packed out show. All right, so. To start things off, we're going to kick off with
some shout outs, isn't it?
Some shout outs. But you know what I want to do? I just want to let people know what's coming up. All right. So we've got movie news, and in movie news, we're going to speak about lots of Marvel stuff.
Yep.
We're going to speak about Creed stuff. We're going to be speaking about Men in Black stuff. We're going to be speaking about a lot of Marvel stuff. There's going to be Marvel stuff. Sorry, there's going to be Marvel stuff. Obviously, there's going to be the UK box office top 10. We're going to throw out some trailers and stuff that's out on streaming services. We've got some film reviews. We have got hidden gems, and we've also got anniversary corner. But before all of that, we just want to say.
Shout outs.
Exactly. Who to, Deval?
Also, actually, we've got a giveaway.
Oh, yes.
We've got a giveaway this week. So, cinema ticket giveaway. There's a lot of films out this December.
Yeah.
So, you got Aquaman, you got Mortal Engines, you got Spider-Verse, you got Creed. That's out.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. So, you want to make sure you listen until the end of the show.
Exactly.
Where we will give away a free cinema ticket. So, yeah. So, shout outs. First of all, we've got Emmanuel. Emmanuel's a recurring.
This guy,
never
man.
Going away.
I know.
Shout out.
He's a lifer now.
He's a lifer. So Emmanuel, again, post on our Instagram. He actually won our last cinema ticket giveaway.
Congratulations, you are the first.
Yeah, so there's a special code you got to do, which we'll tell you at the end of the show. But he done it. Then we sent him the cinema ticket, and he actually booked to see Aquaman it's in December. So he's going to see Aquaman in December. So
just remind me again, when is it out? What date is that?
Aquaman is out on the 12th of December.
Okay.
Yeah, so 12th of December. So he's going to see it then. At a cinema near him. So Emmanuel, thank you for winning the ticket and thank you for supporting as usual.
Thank you.
And Inspire Paul gave us a shout out on Instagram.
Yes, tell me more.
Inspire Paul, I think he's from London, but he has a lot of sort of inspirational videos. He's one of those people that posts a lot about what he's doing. He's got speeches. He's a bit of a up and coming rapper, I think. Wow. So I've seen him do a rap on his video.
You know what would be really good? Inspire Paul.
Yeah.
If you can rap and include the Flixters, right? Yeah. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Or like a little jingle.
Yeah, if you can somehow weave the Flixters into your rap.
Yes.
You know what? That would warrant a cinema ticket giveaway, I reckon.
Man, exactly.
So if you're listening, Inspire Paul, inspire the world.
I love that.
The Flixters. So yeah, thank you, Inspire Paul, or Paul, I think his actual name is. And then Raymond Achille.
Wow.
What a name. Yeah, Raymond Achille. He is from the US of A. And he is from what I've seen, he actually gave us a shout out on Instagram as well. We obviously we post certain things and movies and hidden gems and so on, and some people shout back and like stuff and stuff like that. We get into a bit of a dialogue.
Yeah.
And he's a beast. He's a beast.
I mean, with a name like Achille, and like Achilles from Greek mythology.
The demigod, isn't he?
Exactly.
Yeah. He's like
famously played by
Brad Pitt. He was the one that was like invulnerable everywhere else, apart from his Achilles. That's heel. Where Achilles tendon or Achilles heel comes from, because it's such a like it's such an important part of your body. But if it goes,
What are you gonna do?
You're stuck. You're on your bed.
Yeah.
You're not moving anywhere.
Yeah.
So Raymond, so thanks for the shout out. And I did post back that I want to look just like you because I want to walk like you, talk like you. Yeah, well, he's a beast. If you see his body, it's like he's not like overly muscly, but he's just got everything in the right place at the right time.
Yeah,
and I need a piece of that.
What is the name of that film again? The one with what was it called?
Oh, Troy. Yeah,
bloody Troy. That was it.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah, so crazy film, but
crazy film, yeah.
Cool. And his message to me was a little every day goes a long way.
Oh,
that's
man.
what he said, and I was like,
that's brilliant.
That's an Achilles thing to say. A little every day goes a long way. So he's telling me don't get too bummed down about doing too much and doing, going too fast to try and get there. A little a day goes a long way. Come on.
That is brilliant.
I heard that.
Let's do that, man.
Exactly. Next one goes out to Will, who's listened to the show for quite a few weeks now, and he's a person that loves Hidden Gems. I think Hidden Gems got him into the show.
Nice.
And he listens to the show every week, gives us comments, and he's loving it. And Will, he's a serious cat, This guy knows his stuff about films.
Listen, Will, right? If you're listening right now, and there's some films that you want us to have a look at, please do let us know. Like we're always watching kind of new stuff, old stuff, really old stuff, and if it's a hidden gem, bro, we'll add it. We will add it.
Exactly. And then we have Amma, who's a new listener.
Thank you, Amma. Seriously, we share a name.
No, it's true actually.
Well, when it's pronounced that way, yeah. I love you already.
I didn't even realise that, So Amma's a new listener. She loves the show. She loves going to cinema actually quite a lot. She's a real movie buff.
Oh, nice.
So I think when she listens to the show, she does learn about the hidden gems and the anniversary corner and things like that, and also the news that we give. I think she enjoys that as well. So she's a new listener. So keep listening, Emma. Yeah, keep listening.
I will.
And let us know what recommendations you would like us to sort of go forward with. Murray.
Yeah, tell us about Murray.
Murray, I actually used to work with Murray.
Where? Not
in a company that we used to work at together. So
oh, what? He was in a different office.
A different office.
Right,
Yeah, he's a serious cat. Murray. Murray's a serious cat. You got to sit down with him to understand what kind of a serious cat this guy is. He loves Batman.
Okay.
He's a DC man.
All right.
He loves Heath Ledger's Joker.
How does he feel about the whole Marvel taking over the superhero? They basically,
he's just not really. He's kind of impartial about that. He's he's a bit old school. This guy, so he's a bit like whatever sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that when we put stuff on social media, obviously we repost a lot of things and so on. And I saw that someone else was reposting things. I'm like, who's reposting all this?
Yeah.
He's reposting stuff every week.
Wow.
So he's literally like acting like our little birdies, like sending the message out, like, echoing our sentiments.
Murray.
So, he's an Arsenal man as well. He's an Arsenal man as well.
We're doing all right, hey. That one, we beat Huddersfield. Just remember that, all right? So, yeah.
He's an Arsenal man.
Yes. Cool.
And then last but by no means least, Erica. Erica, for guys that don't know, she is in the US of A, resides in Chi-Town, Chicago, and Erica is not just a listener of the show, but she is she's a massive contributor regarding our marketing, our e-influence.
Yeah.
She helps us on how to market, what to do, when to do, how to post.
The pro tips
exactly.
are absolutely fantastic. So if you ever want to hear, or if you need like help and tips with kind of marketing yourself, hit up.
She's a
Erica.
Marketing guru, so I can safely say, if you're interested in, like Amal says, any tips and things like that, she will help you with at a good price.
Yeah.
At a good price, I'm sure. So shout out to Erica. Much love.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, thanks for that. Now I'm just looking through this list, and like I was joking about the whole Marvel thing, but there is a lot of Marvel stuff going out there. So what we're going to do is we'll speak about Hellboy. We'll talk a bit about the box office, and there's a couple of there's a horror film which is really interesting that I want to pick your brains about.
Okay.
All right, and then we'll get into the Marvel stuff. But first of all, you've mentioned this before. I've mentioned it before. A director called Neil Marshall. He directed a film called The Descent.
Yep.
He directed a couple of episodes of Game of Thrones.
Yep.
He is back with a Hellboy reboot, remake, whatever you want to call it. It's out there, but tell us about that.
Yeah, so this is coming out next year. I've seen the poster we put out a few weeks ago.
This guy, David Harbour.
Harbour, yeah. He's the one from Stranger Things. He's the cop, the sort of gruffled
dad of Number 11.
Exactly. So yeah, he's so this film next year that's coming out. I mean, we all remember the Ron Perlman Hellboy depiction directed by Guillermo del Toro. Exactly, which was Hellboy Part 1 and then Hellboy Part 2, The Dark Army, I think it is, something like that.
Yeah.
They were good films. They were good films, and they were quite, Guillermo del Toro's world is quite fantastical, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got The Shape of Water, you got Pan's Labyrinth, and things like that. Very.
You're a shit, man. I love it.
What do you mean?
You're bringing your A game. You're bringing your A game, man. That's all I got to say. Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
This cat is bringing foreign language, like non-speaking, English-speaking films.
Hey, Mondial.
Don't make me like cough, man. Seriously. Go on.
So but big but here, that the next depiction of Hellboy is going to be a very, very different bag of chips.
What, like dark or it's going to be darker?
It's going to be dark, like sitting in a room with no lights, dark. Like you literally, there's nothing to see.
And on the show notes, you've put here,
it's
bloody and more violent.
Exactly. The director says that this version of Hellboy is going to be bloody, more violent, and just imagine this phrase, made without handcuffs.
Oh man,
yeah. That for me, there's a visual, sort of. I guess there's a visual expression of that, and then there's also a more, non-visual expression. Okay, so made without handcuffs. As a director, you are brought on to bring your creative, flair and your creative vision to a project. The project may have been written already. It's been the producers have got their say, stuff like that. But for him to say without handcuffs means that he's been given the green light to be like. Okay, Neil, you go ahead, make the film, and you come back when you're finished. You know what I mean?
Basically,
it's like they've given him freedom to do what he wants to do.
Yes.
And a lot of times when that happens, when the right person gets that freedom, you get a really good product.
And which is what I kind of, the most recent example would be something like Deadpool.
Exactly.
They were given free reign.
Yeah.
They said, you know what, we're going to make an R-rated superhero movie. And they said, all right, go with it. Go on, off you go. And look what happened. Boom, massive hit.
Yeah, exactly. So things like that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the darker version, the more freer version of Hellboy, and also the reboot with Neil Marshall, who seems to be like a really grumpy, just like Wolverine type, like don't mess with me, I'll blow your head off first, ask questions later. Which is kind of like a madness. If you're going to blow someone's head off and then ask them a question,
how are you going to do that?
What answer are you going to get? Can you imagine? So, where is she? And he's standing there still asking.
With a hole in the head.
Exactly.
All right. Now, we've spoken about this movie. We reviewed it. It's taken a shitload of money. And it's a anti-hero character. It's a superhero, if you want to. Some people might say that based on this version. Mm-hmm. We're talking about Venom. And this film has taken loads, right?
Yeah.
And in comparison to that, you have another film which we spoke about a couple of weeks ago, which we reviewed, Robin Hood. Mm-hmm. Now, what are your thoughts on this?
Tell us what you lows, man. Yeah. Highs and lows. Like, Venom actually, but before it came out, there were a few critical sort of negative reviews and so on.
And there was reshoots, right?
There were some reshoots, yeah, but that's quite typical of films. I don't think there were reshoots in this one that were like emergency type. Oh, we got so much to do kind of reshoots.
Not like Dark Phoenix.
No, exactly, which is still reshooting. So with Venom, I mean, I think it helps when you got Tom Hardy, really reputable actors on your project. Michelle Williams as well, Riz Ahmed, reputable actors that can maybe carry something that maybe otherwise wouldn't have the same credence, I just threw the word creed in there, but didn't mean to. But so yes, I mean 800 million so far in the worldwide box office, dollars, by the way. Yeah. Still, that's a really good return on something that is, it's kind of standalone. It's a bit of a risk.
And they didn't think that it was going to do well.
No.
And not only that, critics were quite harsh on this one.
Yeah, exactly. So it's done really, really well. And that could have gone so the other way.
And if you're a listener of the show, you know that Deval and I, we watched it, we enjoyed it, we really liked it, and we thought it was mad, it was crazy. Mm-hmm. but obviously audiences out there are lapping it up.
Yeah.
Or licking it up.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got Robin Hood on the opposite scale. Robin Hood so far, 22. I think that's got to be $22 million worldwide.
Yeah.
It looks like $22, which I think it probably
is.
Exactly.
But why such a? They threw so much money at that movie. You got Oscar winner Jamie Foxx. You got this new Taron Egerton, this up and coming British star who's got so much appeal. What the f happened?
Can only steal from the rich and give to the poor.
This guy, they've stolen it, and they've they haven't stolen enough, have they?
Exactly. They've got to steal from Venom, I think.
All right.
But yeah, that was a bomb, literally.
It was a bomb. Yeah. Do you reckon are we seeing a part 2 on that one?
I don't think it's not hit the target on the first one. The apple is still on the head. I think they've actually shot the person in the eye with this one. So I think part 2 may not happen.
It may not happen, right?
So. Yeah.
Or maybe bring in a different director, or make it a bit dark.
Maybe, yeah.
Which
is what you wanted.
Which is what I wanted.
Yeah.
Now, talking about dark, let's move into the horror genre and a really kind of up and coming. Well, I wouldn't even say up and coming now. A person who has established themselves in Hollywood.
Yeah.
A great talent, brilliant director, visionary. He's been involved in some really great films. Get Out, which was one of them.
Yeah. It was a comedian first, isn't it? Was it Peel and something?
Yeah.
The sort of comedy duo that they did it for many years.
And then he just kind of segues into kind of, I don't know, this well-worn genre, which is horror, but with a kind of twist and a political stance in it as well. So we're talking about Jordan Peele. Tell us about what he's bringing to the table next.
Candyman. I ain't going to say it again. I'm stopping there, yeah?
Just don't, man. Don't.
So basically, Candyman, a remake.
Yeah.
Remake of the late 80s or early 90s, I think.
I'm
early 90s,
I'm going to say 90s, yeah. I remember watching this.
That classic, yeah.
Tony, is Todd something?
Yeah, Todd, what's his name? The tall guy, isn't it? Yeah. And... yeah, I mean, it's a remake of Candyman. I don't know what else to say. I mean, the bees and all that.
Oh man, and that story of Candyman goes back.
Yeah.
When you watch that movie, it goes back to kind of the 1800s or something.
Yeah, old school. Does it link with the Haitians or something, or
possibly,
or Haiti or something?
Yeah,
I think so. But yeah, it's one of those ones that. Yeah, it was a good film. Yeah. Well made. I think the first one. There were some sequels, I think, after that. But I think the first one was one of them ones that stood out. And so it was a good film. And I'm sure if Jordan Peele is involved in the production, I don't think he's directing this one, but he's involved in the production. I think for him now, he's kind of got very early in his career. Actually, he's getting that. What's his name again? The George Foreman appeal. It's like when you go to a film. Like regular viewers like us go to a film and you see that person's got their name on a film. It's so good.
It's like that.
It's so good. I put my name on it.
Yeah, it's like that stamp of approval. Exactly. When you know it's coming from Jordan Peele, and you know who else had that in the 80s and the 90s and kind of 2000. Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
When you saw Steven Spielberg's name, you're like, all right, this is going to be good.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Ask no questions. Take my money. Let me sit down and watch this film.
I'm going to be entertained.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're not entertained.
I love that. All right. Okay. Now, we did promise you some Marvel stuff. Now, the first thing that we've got to speak about is was it on Friday?
It was Friday afternoon. Yeah.
Friday afternoon. And the new trailer for Avengers 4, aka Avengers Endgame, dropped on the internet. And OMG.
It literally broke the internet like Wreck-It Ralph.
Right, okay, so first of all, what did you... I saw your reaction, right? I think everyone saw your reaction. You posted it up on our Instagram page. You went ballistic.
Yeah.
But what do you think about this trailer? And if you haven't seen it, ladies and gentlemen, please go out and watch it.
Yeah, exactly. First of all, I think it's a lovely trailer. When I say lovely, I don't usually use that word for trailers like Marvel and stuff like that. But when I say lovely, it captures the emotion of the desperation, the melancholy, the emptiness, the finite, kind of emotional, I guess, destination of where people have come to. Like they've done I mean, from the beginning,
Yeah.
you know, 2008, Iron Man, Cap, all of them, they've gone through journeys, and it's taken them to a place where they are down, they are out. Cap is crying. Stark is sending his last letter to Pepper Potts.
He's only got 4 hours.
Shit has hit the fan, and they're rolling in the shit. You know, it's like they're past smelling it. They're rolling in the shit.
Yeah.
And the music, the way it captures it, it's just like an emotional. You know, this film could have been, this trailer could have not been about Marvel, and it would have still drawn you in because of the emotional depiction you're getting from the characters.
And I think purposefully they didn't show any. There is no big bangs. There is no kind of right. Okay, there's a massive fight going on over here. It is that the human element.
Yes, exactly.
Excuse me. That what happened in Part 3, Infinity War, has affected them this much.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you said, last leg. You know, it's the goodbyes.
Exactly, it is.
I just thought it was incredible. You're absolutely right.
Well
man.
worth the wait, and it's just a teaser. There'll be another trailer out soon, which I probably I've got a thing. I don't watch second trailers. I watch the first trailer, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I'm really sorry, guys, but the second trailer is going to show us a bit more. But the first trailer, just to break that down a bit.
Yeah.
So obviously we open up with Cap. I'm sorry, not Cap, with Stark with his helmet. Transmitting a message to Pepper Potts, basically saying oxygen's going to run out in 4 days. Oxygen will run out in 1 day.
Yeah. Food
and water ran out like 3-4 days ago. Don't know how he's still alive, but ran out 3-4 days ago. And he looks great actually for no water in 4 days. But then he's sending that message off. We get Cap and Black Widow having a talk about a plan they've sort of hatched and talking about how it has to work, because if the plan doesn't work, Cap doesn't know what he's going to do.
Exactly.
And Cap has always got plan A, B, and C. Yeah, just know that.
Yeah.
And he's doing something where it's like, if this doesn't work, that's it.
This is it.
Exactly. And then we get a sort of image of Thanos walking through the cornfield.
The cornfields. You see the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, kind of still sort of
Attached
damaged.
to him.
Still attached and still damaged after its use in Infinity War. There's also an image of his suit of armor, like a scarecrow in the field. That's right from the comics.
Oh wow!
In the comics, after the events of Infinity Gauntlet and so on, he goes away to his farm and he hangs his armor as a scarecrow.
Wow!
Just to say he's finished with his job,
Yep.
and to scare away anyone that sort of comes
near him. Yeah.
And actually, in Infinity War, it was there as well, but it was there right in the corner of the screen, but we didn't see it.
Okay.
So as in Infinity War, after he's done everything and he sort of steps out of his hut,
Yeah.
there's a bit where he steps right at the end. He steps out of his hut. As he steps out, look to the bottom right corner of the screen, and you'll see the scarecrow.
I'm gonna check that again.
Of his armor. Yeah, it's there. So that's that, and then we see Nebula. She's sort of walking around the ship.
Now, do you think Nebula and Tony Stark, are they in the same ship?
I would think so, because they were together.
Yeah.
I mean, on Titan, when shit hit the fan and everyone disappeared, they were the only two that were left behind.
Yeah.
So everyone else got clicked away.
So it just kind of feels like
they must be on the same ship.
Yeah, they got. And there's a shot when Tony Stark is kind of speaking and he's talking and he's narrating over all the images. There's a shot right where you're looking from the bottom, looking up, and the ship is floating, and it's just like they're just floating in space.
Yeah,
he goes, "We're in space. We don't know what's going on."
Yeah.
And you actually do feel like as if they're lost in space somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
it's
it's crazy.
Depressing.
It is, and like you said, there's tears, and there's a line which I thought was brilliant about the journey and about the end. I'm paraphrasing here, but he says something like, "The end is the journey. Part of the
journey is the end.
Part of the journey is the end." Yeah. And it's just like they're talking about this, finality of it, and I was like, "Oh shit, man, we aren't going to see these people again.
Something's going to give.
Something's going to give, right?" And then there's a shot. I think Cap he mentions the word family, and then it does a quick take of
Peggy
and Hawkeye as Ronin.
Okay, yeah.
So
he's Ronin. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which in the comics happens after Civil War.
Yeah,
because I think in the comics something happens to his family,
so
and he goes crazy.
So maybe the Snatcher, or now it's being called the Decimation, is his family passed away, and then he went on some rampage, and then you see him, and like.
But then I question that, because then I think, why is he taking it out on these Yakuza or other people? because it would have been Thanos' fault. I'm thinking maybe someone else done something to his family for him to be.
Okay.
I think it must be more of a human
Right.
reason, because otherwise, why is he taking it out on the Yakuza specifically? Because if it's
point.
Thanos, then he needs to go back to the Avengers, because they're the ones that are,
And he's
dealing
probably
with
thinking,
it.
oh, like, yeah, who killed my family?
Exactly.
Right, Thanos
So I think
was part
there's
of it.
something else in there. I don't know. It's just my little.
And now, the one glimmer of hope, which is what I saw in this trailer, was the appearance of Scott Lang.
Yes.
Now, we know, that Scott was in the quantum realm at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp. So somehow he's got out of that, and he knocks on the door, or he's on kind of like some camera thing, and they're like, hey, and he's like, hey, do you remember me? I'm like Scott Lang.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my God.
And they're like, oh, is this live or
Live,
whatever?
or is this a recording? Oh, I love that. So it's that glimmer of hope. Then we got to probably think about, right, okay, how did he come out of the quantum realm?
Yeah.
And this is our way in.
Yeah. So I wonder also, when the snapshot happened, or the decimation, I wonder if he was spared from it because he was in the quantum realm, as in this quantum realm is separate to whatever Thanos's sort of reach with the Infinity Gauntlet was, or he just didn't get snapped and he came out. I don't know, I'm not sure how it works, because if the quantum realm is separate and untouchable from the Infinity Gauntlet, then that's going to be a massive weapon against the Infinity Gauntlet, because it means that they can just go there anytime that Thanos tries it.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, also Endgame. For a long time, we've been talking about
that,
what the name could be called. We had
Assemble.
Yeah, exactly. Annihilation. Avengers Assemble, because we saw the 2 A's. They were tricking us. And also they said before that the title has never been said in any film. And obviously they bullshitted us, because it's been said twice.
Okay, remind me when.
So the most recent time was when in Infinity War, when Doctor Strange gave Thanos the
he goes, now we're in it for the end game.
We're in the end game now, Tony, kind of thing. He said it then.
Yeah.
And it was also said in 2015 in Ultron.
Right.
Yeah, so in Age of Ultron, when Tony Stark was trying to convince people that he wanted to make the Ultron program.
Right.
It was either that or just after he made Ultron, and all the Avengers were around, and it was like, we got to save the world, guys. We got to save the world. I mean, what happened in New York? That was obviously crazy. He was like, the hole in the sky, that's the end game up there. That's what he says. That's the end game up there. So he says it in 2015. So who knows when this title was
kind
made,
of thought of,
or if they got the title from, I don't know, but it just goes to show the planning that these people do to get us to the end game.
Oh my gosh, man.
So it's been said twice in 2 big worldwide events.
So this trailer is what you just got to watch it a couple of times, really.
A few times, yeah. I've watched it about, maybe, I've been quite liked. I've been quite busy this weekend, but I've seen about
15 times, really.
No, just about 10 maybe.
Right,
just about 10.
Yeah, just about 10. Yeah. But seriously, ladies and gentlemen, go out and watch the trailer. Tell us what you think. Share it. Let's speak about it. Hit us up on Instagram or on Twitter or anything. Just tell us what your thoughts are. Are you excited? Because we sure as hell are very excited. Not too long away now. Keeping it with Marvel, there's another trailer that came out.
Yeah, a few days before, I believe.
Yeah, and the theory is that we just spoke about Tony Stark being in space. He's lost in space. He's floating around. Realistically speaking, and we know that Captain Marvel is going to be in Endgame. Realistically speaking, how can Tony Stark and Nebula be saved? Realistically, though, could it be Captain Marvel because she's out in space?
It could be her, depending on. Obviously, she's being called back to Earth because Nick Fury called her on his intergalactic pager. So maybe she's on her way back and she bumps into him. I don't know. Is Thor, because Thor's in the trailer just sitting down looking depressed?
Yeah.
Obviously, because he's not really good aim.
Yeah, we
all know he should have gone for the head. So
his brother's dead.
But then he's Stormbreaker has the power of teleportation almost. So, but obviously he has to know where he's going. Right. So I don't know. Maybe if the signal from Stark gets back to them and they find out where he is, maybe he can just whoosh, go and get Stark. But to answer your question, yes, Captain Marvel is meant to be in Endgame. She's going to be a big part of it from what I understand. Right. And she could be the person that sort of intercepts Stark and brings him back to Earth.
Now, and talking about her own trailer, tell us about this.
I was hoping you. You know
You're
what?
right. So,
It's bad, you know, because you know what? I'm gonna apologize from the outset to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a thing. Yeah, and it's a bit of I've got a bit of a mad mind anyway,
Yeah.
as you know. But I refuse to watch the second trailer.
Yeah, no.
Because sometimes it gives too much, and I started doing that from Batman and Superman. When Batman and Superman came out in 2016, I think it was. I watched the first trailer. Watched the second trailer, and literally the whole film was given to me. We saw the parademons, we saw so many things. I'm like, oh man, they just ruined the whole trailer.
You basically, in this trailer, it's you know, you see a bit more of Nick Fury, and you know they've done the whole like de-aging thing, which is like brilliant. There's an interaction that he has, and a lot of people are talking about this on the internet with a cat. And then I started reading up on
the cat. Could be a Skrull, mate.
Well, I think apparently this isn't a normal, like, you know, feline that you and I would have as a pet or something. But yeah, this is like an alien cat, and he has a scratch on his eye. Now, a lot of people are thinking that based on the line that he mentioned in
Winter
Soldier, you know,
which is he said, the last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
Now, people are linking this with the cat because in the trailer of Captain Marvel 2, he's really friendly with the cat, but we don't know that this cat is dangerous. So there's a possibility that somewhere along the line he has a rumble with the cat, and the cat takes his eye out, and who knows, because the cat is obviously not a cat, it's
it could be a little baby Skrull.
Exactly, Skrull. But we see kind of like a bit of an extended fight scene, you know, the old woman that she punches. So it's a lot of kind of extended stuff. She's like, oh, I remember this, and there's a we see a bit of the kind of the Skrull.
With the Skrull, Ben Mendelsohn is playing the main
so we see him a bit, and it's just to be honest with you, I don't like trailers that much anyway, because like you said, they give away so much. But I thought, okay, let me just watch this one, and it's just kind of like an extension of the first one, and like a, you know, teasing us basically.
But I can't wait. I mean, Captain Marvel comes out early March. Avengers Endgame comes out late April here in the UK.
Yeah.
So
then Homecoming Part 2 is
July, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it's July, early July.
So within the space of 6 months, we're gonna have like three movies.
And don't forget, there's DC intertwined inside that too. You got Shazam out next year. So yeah, there's a lot going on, man. Yeah, there's a lot going on. 2019,
exactly. And going beyond, obviously, Phase 4. I was just reading up about this. Marvel are planning to make. Check this out. Marvel are planning to make the first Asian superhero movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So
that's going to go down big.
I haven't even heard of this. Like you'll know, right? You'll know. Well, you mentioned that about China. There's been a bit of a storm. There's been a bit of yeah. So you might know about this, but there's the character who's called Shang-Chi. He was a Marvel character. He is the son of Fu Manchu.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fu Manchu. Who's that again? Fu Manchu
was a villain. And his son becomes this the superhero called Shang-Chi. And they've already got on kind of like an Asian American writer. He was involved in some other kind of like some other superhero films. I can't remember which ones, but if you search for it, you'll find out stuff about this guy. But Shang-Chi, amazing powers. They based him on, check this out, on the image of Bruce Lee.
I'm just seeing that, yeah.
Yeah. So they've based him on that, and they're looking for an Asian, obviously, actor. Could be an Asian American actor. Obviously, someone who's got.
I know who's going to be. I can tell you from now who's going to be.
Go and throw some names out. Who?
The guy that was in Crazy Rich Asians and A Simple Plan.
You know what?
It's him.
Yeah,
it's him. Literally,
because he is exactly.
It's him. I can tell you now. It's going to be him.
On the Flixters, we called it.
Yeah, it's going to be him for sure. I can tell you that from now.
Yeah,
he's a British actor as well.
Exactly.
They love that.
He's gonna get it. But the storm is this, right? So people in China, they kind of caught wind of the news, and then they were saying like, oh, you know what, right? This is kind of like propaganda as well, and like, you know, this is another way for America to kind of take a Chinese kind of character and mold it into how they want him to be, and there's all kind of like, you know, this political stuff going on around it. I just think Marvel want to bring diversity to the whole lineup, because they know that if they want to crack places like China, other Asian countries, they got to have mass appeal.
They have to reflect it in the product.
Exactly. So
he's actually created. This character was co-created by Jim Starlin, who also responsible for creating Thanos, actually.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So so this is going to be something to look forward to. I mean, it's not going to be next. This film ain't going to be coming out next year.
Sure.
But it's going to be coming.
Yeah.
And I think they are going to work on that. So I think it'd be interesting. It'd be really good.
Yeah.
Also, we may have a title for the Disney streaming service Marvel TV show called Vision and the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, yes. That
is the title, Vision and the Scarlet Witch.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know that period where, and people are kind of coming up with these rumours, you know that period where they were off in Scotland in Infinity War?
They all cozied up in that hotel.
Exactly,
in that
shacking up
Inn.
and doing whatever. They're saying that, that could focus, the show could focus on that period.
Okay.
Because it's called Vision and Scarlet Witch. So obviously it has to be when they're together. That's
going to be, if I see them
make it out.
How are they going to
second base?
That's literally basically like, I know, like in this day and age, they're not called blow up dolls anymore because they're so sophisticated.
Yeah.
And I think Scarlet Witch is running around with the most sophisticated blow up doll in history. Yeah. Because this guy can mold to anyone. So she can just say to him, okay, be Brad Pitt right now. And it's just like, whoop, it'd be Brad Pitt. She can mold anything to the size, to the shape that she wants.
Exactly.
But yeah. And also she's meant to be quite young,
Yep.
She's meant to be quite young.
And in the comics, they have kids, right?
Yeah. They have kids, but it's weird in the comics. The kids seem to be real.
Oh, what, they're robots as well?
They turn out to be a manifestation created by Mephisto, who is the Marvel Cinematics.
What the hell are you saying this? Mephisto.
Mephisto is the Marvel comics, so I'm getting mixed up.
Yeah.
Mephisto is Marvel Comics version of the devil.
What?
Mephisto's in the Infinity Gauntlet story, Mephisto was there trying to influence Thanos and talking to Lady Death and stuff like that. So Mephisto's been around for a long time. Mephisto is a very powerful being. Like he's all red.
Okay.
He hasn't got the devil horns and that, but he's all red.
He's all red, yeah.
So Mephisto's deep. You got Mephisto, you got Dormammu, all those dark.
We've seen Dormammu.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Mephisto's a deep character. If you ever hear his name in Marvel Cinematic Universe, shits yourself.
He's behind shit, right? Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry. Okay, look, bit of a sidetrack. So this whole thing about Annihilus and Annihilation, because obviously now if Thanos is walking around in the field being Farmer Joe, like tending to the crops, there's got to be, because they said that there's another threat.
Yeah,
there isn't just Thanos.
Yeah.
So there is going to be something bigger than Thanos.
There's going to from what I hear, from what our little birdies say, there's another threat that isn't Thanos in origin. So remember, his work is done. He ain't got to fight.
Yeah, that's why he's sitting on his crops,
Yeah, and if the Infinity Gauntlet still works, they won't even beat him. There's nothing they can do against him. He's too powerful. So
he doesn't give a shit, basically.
Yeah,
who comes?
Yeah. So who else is going to be around to fight?
All right. From what you know, who are the big cats? Who are the big guns?
The big players. I mean, you got the sort of celestial type characters. You got the universes type of sort of like the Beyonder.
Right.
You got the entity, not entity. Sorry, eternity.
Right.
You got infinity. You got the one above all, which is like literally the one above all, which I don't think is ever going to be depicted in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
The one level below that, which we have heard their name, is the Living Tribunal.
Oh.
The Living Tribunal was mentioned in Doctor Strange when Mordo was fighting or sparring with Doctor Strange, and he said, "This is the staff of the living." That bit, even to this day, when I hear that, I go crazy because if that name is mentioned, in the Infinity Gauntlet story in the comics, when shit got to a level that was just unbalanced in the universe, Living Tribunal got involved. The Living Tribunal has 3 faces of judgment. It's like you know how. Like, I don't know, the legal system has like...
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like... Yeah, the Living Tribunal kind of looks like the sort of Lady Liberty, but has 3 faces. And each face has an opinion or has a purpose to judge certain actions in the universe. And he's there to balance things. So these 3 faces are acting as balance. And if something in the universe happens that's really, really, really crazy.
Yeah.
Like the living tribunal steps in to judge the balance and will either take action or not take any action.
And that event from Infinity War is a cosmic event.
That's the thing, is it? We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait. Yeah,
We will let you know.
You've got Galactus who's there, but have they got the rights to him yet? So there's certain things that, big cosmic entities in the Marvel comics and so on that usually will step in, but we don't know if they've got the rights to those now and stuff. So we'll have to wait and see.
All right, okay. Let's move on to Game of Thrones now.
Yes.
They've thrown out a teaser trailer here.
Yeah, they have.
They haven't shown much. A bit of ice covering, a bit of fire.
Yeah.
Like, what do you make of it?
It's almost like someone said, okay, so this is the story of Game of Thrones so far. This is what's going to happen in season 8. And they gave that to an artist and said, you cannot have any words, but show us a visual depiction of what's going to happen in season 8.
Yeah.
And it's a war of ice and fire.
Yeah.
It's literally ice and fire coming together and cleansing the landscape, the Lannisters or the Starks or whoever it may be, cleansing the landscape in either ice or fire.
Yeah.
And I think fire cleanses the lion sigil, which is of House Lannister.
Yeah.
So it's like, is Stormborn, is Khaleesi going to cleanse, Cersei and so on? Who knows?
Yeah.
And we've got the ice coming from the north. That's going to hit the Starks, the Karstarks, the Umbers, Bear Island, all those people.
The Umbers. He remembers the clan names, for God's sake.
I'm a brother of the Night's Watch. I will father no children. I will stand guard. I forgot how the saying goes, but so it's literally like, it's showing a visual depiction of how it's going to maybe play out. Yeah. So it's quite, I guess, artistic in its way. Sure. Doesn't show you too much. Doesn't need to. Yeah. But it's just giving you a little bit of
that of what's to come. The kind of the battle, the fire and ice.
Exactly.
Exactly
Which
what
is
it is.
Literally. That's it.
All right, that's what we're going to speak about on that. And if you obviously see or hear anything else, then let us know. Mm-hmm. Let's quickly look at Gears of War.
Gears of War, which is a computer game, which it came out on Xbox a few years ago, and Universal is making the Gears of War movie, and they've landed F. Scott Fraser, who wrote. Wrote the Triple X movie. Not the Triple X you're thinking of.
I'm just like, which
dirty
one?
dog.
I've seen a few.
The Vin Diesel type Triple X movies. Yeah. So the writer of that will be on board writing Gears of War. Triple X is a very, very. What's his name? Xander Cage or something. Xander Cage or something like that. But very action, sort of, crazy film. A bit like Fast and Furious, but just not with cars, basically. Yeah. So Gears of War will lend towards that. And there was a sort of a fan-made poster of Batista being in Gears of War, having that big. Gears of War characters are very bulky. They've got the massive, bit more bulky than Halo. Right. Massive bulky armor. And Batista fit right into that.
Because that guy's a beast.
Yeah, so hopefully he'll be involved in that. So that's going to be happening.
All right, okay. And I mean, we're going to speak about Creed 2 a bit later on, but tell us about the director of Creed 2.
Yeah, director of Creed 2. So this is for the... so basically, Tessa Thompson wants the director of Creed 2, who is Stephen Caple Jr., to helm a Valkyrie solo movie. Okay. So she's pushing it out there. Sometimes in Hollywood, you kind of got to make things happen by just putting it out there and seeing how fans react. Yeah. So she's been very, very clever.
Because in Thor Ragnarok, we don't see... we see her at the end of that. Yeah. But in Infinity War, we don't know if she survived or not.
Exactly. So for guys that are thinking, who's this? Valkyrie was in, as Amar said, Thor Ragnarok. She was a female character, a very strong female character who was Asgardian. She went away to that planet and became like a junker kind of thing. Yeah. Always drunk. She's a really, really strong character. Really She's part of the Valkyrie, who are the most elite guard of
Asgard.
Of Asgard, yeah. So a bit like the Dora Milaje
Yeah.
from Black Panther. They're all female, like the toughest of the toughest of the toughest. Even Thor was looking up to them.
Yeah.
That's how tough they are.
Yeah.
So she wants her own movie, man.
Man,
and I
that's
think
wicked.
she's worthy of it. She's a great actress.
She's
She
brilliant.
is on a next level. She's good.
That British accent that
I
she
know,
does.
man.
I thought she was British because you know Yanks, they don't do British accents,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But
She's
she
good.
does it.
Yeah.
All right, that's brilliant. If that happens, I'm like,
Yeah.
I definitely watch that.
We were talking about games before actually, and Activision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So Black Panther co-writer Joe Robert Cole, they want him to write a Call of Duty movie.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you got already Gears of War that we spoke about.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, like that's one of the most popular first perspective shooting games there is. Full
I remember
stop.
I bought Modern Warfare. I love that game.
Yeah, for Modern Warfare, that just changed
That's
it.
wicked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, and if they can turn that into a movie,
Exactly.
but don't you think this is the next big thing now? Like games, the game, people don't realize the gaming industry is like 60, 70 billion.
It's billions.
It's billions,
Do you know
right?
the recent Red Dead Redemption?
Oh,
It
man,
broke records.
I gotta
for
play it.
just-
I want
it's
it.
crazy that and what's the other one where you drive around Las Vegas or whatever?
What, GTA?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. Those two games have and Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
I mean Call of Duty. They've broken crazy records with game sales.
This is
Crazy.
the thing. This is the thing. You know, a cinema ticket is like what, 15? What average now? What is it? 15 quid?
I'd say about £15.
Right, say
average.
£50 in America. I mean, I'm not. What are we looking at in the US?
I don't know. Maybe probably same. You know.
Yeah,
Just-
it could be same.
Yeah.
A game, 40 quid.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption was £50 when it came out, no less.
So imagine that. So imagine millions of people paying 40 quid or $50 or $60 or whatever it is. That's massive
Yeah,
bucks,
and
man.
you can't bootleg games.
No, not like how
Exactly.
you used to.
And with cinema, sometimes people bootleg or whatever.
Yeah.
You cannot bootleg a game. You got to go and purchase it.
So I think they're probably thinking, you know what games have been like billion-dollar like selling games?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go make a movie.
Hopefully, if it turns out right, it'd be good. But we'll
Yeah.
wait and see. And obviously, on money, actually, Creed 2, franchise biggest box office opening.
That is
so when I say
crazy.
franchise, not just the Creed, I'm talking about all of Rocky's.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Creed 2 has done well.
It's done really
we'll
well.
talk about it a bit
We're going to
later.
talk about it a bit later on. Okay. Now,
Next.
Warner Brothers and DC.
Yes, they are developing a Blue Beetle movie. Blue Beetle.
Now, remind me again, what's Blue Beetle?
Blue Beetle is like, you know those, you get like different insects. And
Yeah.
blue beetles are the ones that usually crawl around shit.
Oh, right. Okay. Like a dung beetle. Is that what it is? Great. What, is there a cat? This is what, a hero?
It is now, but I mean, Blue Beetle is a crazy character, really like crazy, like personality, and yeah. I guess they're looking to maybe create like another version of maybe the Flash's kind of character. Like Blue Beetle is going to be quite a young person,
Right.
A bit like maybe how Shazam is, and so on. But his name's Jamie Reyes, and he's a young guy who gets these powers that enable him to, a bit like, you know how like Spider-Man's got super strength, and he's got like with Blue Beetle though, he's got these powers he can shoot at his hands and stuff like that.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. So he's a mad one. He's
Okay.
always like, in his voice is all like kind of thing. It's like high pitched and all that. And
Okay.
But
and what
yeah.
do you think this could be? Do you reckon this will be a cinema release or could this be the streaming release?
no, from what I understand, it's a cinema. It's
Okay.
a film. It's actually a movie that's going to hopefully be created. So we'll
Right.
have to wait and see how they,
Develop this.
develop it. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now, this is big news because, we've teased pictures of Joker.
Yes.
The Joaquin Phoenix Joker film, executive produced by none other than Martin Scorsese. Now, this has stopped filming, right? Well, the principal photography's ended.
Yeah, it's ended. So that's a good sign. It means it's according to schedule. I'm sure they'll have some pickups because this film's not going to be coming out till October, I think.
Okay.
2019. So
less than a year.
there's time. Yes, I'm pretty sure they'll have some pickups and some reshoots and so on. But yeah, it's great to hear. Principal photography is done. That's going to be coming out next year. Looking forward to it. I've not seen anything else. Like, I've seen a few set photos, but
Yeah.
no trailer yet.
Did you see the set of the scene where he's running through the streets?
No, I haven't.
It's behind the scenes stuff where he's actually running past cars and everything.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I don't know how the hell they how this got out. But if you go online and you see like the Joker, it's just a scene of him running and there's an explosion and stuff like that. But it's like, this, it's going to be good. Like,
Okay.
So that's going to be something that we're looking forward to. Okay, DC's Birds of Prey. What is going on over there?
Birds of Prey, yeah. So that's going to be starting filming early 2019, from what I understand.
And tell me something about this title.
This title, and even Margot Robbie commented on the title, and she said, "Yep, that's kind of like where Harley Quinn's mind is at. She's a crazy person." But so the title. This is the actual title. The film's going to be called.
Go for it.
It's going to be called Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Crazy, man.
That's the title.
Okay.
So that's just, it's just showing that book, but it's also showing that it's Birds of Prey, but don't forget it's Harley Quinn.
It's a Harley Quinn thing.
It's like she's the main leader of Birds of Prey.
Yeah, of course.
So,
and with someone like Margot Robbie, you're not going to have her in as just, she's a big star.
She's not going to be one piece of it. She's going to be the main piece, and she's I think co-producing it as well. And she's quite a astute business person, from what I understand. So she's serious. She's a serious cat.
Exactly. All right, now onto a film which has finished filming, and we spoke about maybe about 3-4 weeks ago. This is Rambo 5. So
that's wrapped.
That has wrapped, and you know what? I watched Creed 2 and I was looking at Stallone and I was like, how long is this guy going to keep going on for? But then I realized now we still got Rambo 5. We still got Rambo 5, so he's going to be tearing shit up. Explosions, guns, you name it. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does with this character.
It looks like a bit of a Western-y type situation, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Because he's now back in, I think it's like, he's back in the US.
Yeah.
So he's back in the US.
I think he's fighting against the Mexicans, I think.
The Mexican cartels.
Yeah, so I think the story is that the Mexican cartel have his friend's daughter, and he's aiming to go and get her back.
And you know what that means?
Yeah, it means like obviously killing 50 people to get one person. That's obviously very, very, it's a balance, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. All right, so that's that one. That's Rambo 5. All right, now we've spoken about A24 a lot on this show because we respect the stuff that they do.
Mad respect,
They
mate.
are behind some great films.
Mad respects. Hereditary.
Yeah.
Witch, Ladybug. Oh my gosh, there's so many
movies. Like,
any good indie film, Moonlight, any good indie film that's been successful, or even maybe that even you haven't heard but is successful, there's a good chance A24 will be behind it.
Yeah. And tell us about why are they in the news?
With such a successful, filming sort of company, I can't understand this, but they're adding their library of sort of previous films to a free streaming service called Canopy.
Yeah.
With a K. So Kanopy.
Yeah.
Canopy. I'm not sure if it's available in the UK.
I was just about to say, can I get this here and here?
Can you pee? Canopy. Can you? Well, do you know what? I'll say try.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it myself, but I'm gonna give this a try. But I'll say, guys, try Canopy. If A24's movies are on there,
go check them out.
Perfect viewing for Christmas. Like there's quiet, chilly mornings where you just want to lay in bed and watch a good film.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Do it. And finally, I just we spoke about Tessa Thompson.
Yes, we did.
She was in Valkyrie. She was in Annihilation. She is now she's going to be appearing alongside Thor, Chris Hemsworth, again in a Men in Black film.
Wow.
So reboot, remake, whatever you want to call it these days.
But then are they going to still call it Men in Black because she's involved?
Well, this is it. This is what I don't get. But apparently, this is the title of the film. It's called Men in Black International.
Okay. Maybe the international part then is the caveat to that sort of the men part.
Yeah,
maybe
where,
I don't know. But
like I don't know. The in the US it's the men, but in in another part of the world, it's like, hey, but come on, it doesn't have to be called men. It's like something else.
Do you know where do you know where Men in Black come from? The origins of that.
This is going into like UFO.
Exactly. So Men in Black, the origins is from years ago, people that had maybe had sightings of UFOs or any sort of weird thing like that.
Yeah.
There was a saying that people will be visited by strange men in black.
Driving a black Cadillac or something, all tinted out black windows.
They'll come and visit you. They'll visit you basically. And after they leave you, if anyone asks you, oh yeah, so what was it you saw? You'd be like, oh, nothing. You just be shaking.
Exactly.
It's like they come from nowhere, basically.
I know. Listen, ladies and gents, there's a book called Above Top Secret, which I used to read all the time. I bought this book. It's a really thick book, right? From mid 90s, right? Check it out if you can.
Scary.
They talk about the Men in Black in that book. Go read it, seriously. The real Men in Black. All right, okay. We digress.
That was a lot, I'm looking at the time. That was like, oh my, that's probably our biggest, longer. Do you know why it is? It's because of Marvel.
Yeah,
Marvel
I know.
done it.
And what we'll do is
we're going to skim through some.
We'll go through a lot of kind of these box office as quick as possible.
Yeah.
All I will say is at number 10 is still in there. Wow, A Star Is Born. It's at number 10. It's done really well.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's a great film. You've seen it. I've seen it.
Great film.
Yeah. Number 9, Widows. Which it's a shame. It's a shame because I would have liked it to kind of like been higher a bit more. But I mean, hey, there's kind of other turkeys in there that have come in there, and people probably thought, oh, let me go watch that instead. Number 8, we are dealing with Robin Hood over here, and I got to say, it's poor. It only took like 400 grand. Overall, it's taken 2.2 million. It's at number 8, and it's going to be out. Like, if I'm being honest. Number 7 is Nativity Rocks, which I haven't seen.
Nah, Christmas kind of film, isn't it?
Christmas movie, and I'm sure, once kids are on holidays, then, a few people might end up watching it. Now, this one, what the hell is this 2.0?
I ain't got a clue, actually. I don't know.
I don't have a Scooby on that one.
Maybe it's a sequel to 1.0.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Devar hasn't seen it, clearly. If you have seen it, then let us know what this movie is. That's in at number 6. It's taken 500,000, and that's a new entry. So still in the box office top 10, and at number 5 is Bohemian Rhapsody and Devour. So far, this movie has taken 42 million.
What?
Yeah.
That's really good.
This is mad. It's done really, really well. So, well done to the makers of the movie. It's a Bryan Singer film.
Yeah.
And it got nominated, I think.
Did it?
For a Golden Globe.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
so
good.
I think he's been... So there's a lot of controversy, obviously, with around...
Dexter Flexter.
Dexter Fletcher took over.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there is some controversy surrounding Bryan Singer. So if you want to read up on that, go Google him. All right, The Grinch at number 4, which has done a lot. It's taken 17 million, so that's doing really, really well. Number 3 is Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. And I've got to tell you, mate, I have not seen this film. I tried to watch Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them a couple of weeks ago. I just fell asleep.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I fell asleep.
I'm not surprised. I saw it. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I just couldn't get into the movie for some reason. So I'll try again. All right, Creed 2, we've already spoken about that. It's taken a lot of money in the US box office. It's doing really well over here, just under 3 million. It's debuted at number 2, and yeah, we'll speak about it in a bit. And the UK's box office number 1 film this week is Ralph Breaks the Internet. So Wreck-It Ralph, and debuted at number 1. It's taken 4 million, and I'm sure as we get closer and closer to the school holidays, that'll pick up.
Yeah, I saw it actually. So yeah, I'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll speak about it afterwards. All right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is the UK's box office top 10. Now, out this week on Blu-ray, what do we have?
Mission Impossible. I keep doing it. I can't pronounce my
the mission.
I can't pronounce my R's. They come out like Jonathan Ross. I'm like, what? Like, I can't. What am I doing on this show? Mission Impossible. So yeah, Mission Impossible Fallout, which came out in July, which was actually quite a good film. We saw it. We liked it. We liked Henry Cavill, Superman, your mate, in it, reloading his guns, his bicep.
Yeah,
that was a good film. So that's out on Blu-ray. Ant-Man and the Wasp out on Blu-ray now. Finally. Yeah, so that's really good. You're gonna have lots of extras on there.
Yeah,
really good to watch. There's a few extras on there about the quantum realm with Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, which is really sort of telling of the story. Really good, actually. I've seen it already, so it's really good.
Wicked.
Well worth a purchase for someone for Christmas. I would say, nice one. Hotel Transylvania Part 3. is out on Blu-ray. I've not seen
I've
part
not
one
seen
or
it.
two.
We didn't watch it when it was in cinema.
Nope, didn't watch it. But from what I understand, it did do quite well, actually. So another one for the kids, maybe for Christmas.
Yep.
Perhaps. So that's out this week. That's it.
Brilliant. Okay. What we got on streaming and trailers?
Streaming and trailers. So we got on Hulu, which actually is a BBC production, Killing Eve.
Okay.
The BBC.
Not heard of this.
Done a BBC. Did I just? I just like
You did
the record, didn't it? I
yeah.
don't know what happened there.
He's in the quantum realm.
Oh my
Shit,
gosh!
shit.
I'm starting to crash. I'm gonna go in a second.
Restart.
But yeah, so Killing Eve is a BBC production, is what I was trying to say. But it's being shown on Hulu. It's being released on Hulu now, actually.
Okay.
Killing Eve is a British drama who stars. What's her name from ER? The sort of Asian lady from ER. Not ER, sorry, Grey's Anatomy.
Oh.
I can't remember her name, but I'll get her name soon though. But yeah, so it stars her. She's working for the government.
Right.
I think she works for who's the government's oh my gosh, is it the Ministry of Justice, I think, or something like that.
The DOJ?
Department of Justice, I think it is, yeah, something like that. But yeah, so they're basically the people, I think they're similar to the CIA in America.
Okay.
And they're trying to basically there's someone that's a really dangerous assassin. Really dangerous assassin, and she's out there, killing these important dignitaries and political people around the world.
This
and so
is
on.
BBC.
Yeah, I've seen the first 2 episodes. A friend of mine recommended me to watch it. Massive, like a great recommendation.
Really? Shit,
Yeah,
I better watch it. It sounds good.
Amanda, thank you for recommending that. Really good show. It's only 10 episodes long on BBC at the moment, and it's still on. It's now come on Hulu. Really worth a watch.
Okay.
I thought, this looks rubbish, but it's actually quite interesting.
All right. Okay.
So
That's
Killing
good.
Eve, yeah. And then The Wonder Years is
Oh
on
my
Hulu.
God, The Wonder Years.
Yeah, The
Fred
Wonder
Savage.
Years. I'm not surprised it's coming out. Do you know why?
Because of Deadpool.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's
we used to watch this program all the time, man.
Strategic.
The Wonder Years, for people who aren't obviously 40, this is going to be a bit of a weird one, but The Wonder Years, growing up, what was it, in the 90s, I think
early
it was?
90s, I think,
Early
yeah.
90s, it would be on. How would you describe it? Everybody loves...
coming of age tale of a boy who has to deal with school, family, friends, a crush. I'm not even sure if he actually managed to go out of her.
I can't remember.
A girl that he loved for ages and his friends, and also it was narrated by
the older version of him.
Yes, exactly. So it was
Yeah.
narrated, and you sort of got that. So it was quite diverse. Actually, it was quite in its time. It was quite a good show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Killing Eve it stars Sarah O.
Sandra
So
Oh.
Sandra O.
Sandra
So
Oh.
Sandra O.H. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's who it stars. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and you're right, she was in Grey's Anatomy.
that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And in a brilliant film called Sideways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice one.
That's an indie film. That's one to maybe speak
Yeah.
about. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right, let's move on to Netflix.
Mowgli,
Yes.
Legend of the Jungle.
Finally, this
This film was out. Yeah, it's been made for quite a while, isn't it?
We spoke about this like 20 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like honestly, I'm not even joking,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
This is your man Andy Serkis's
Andy
film.
Serkis, yeah. Yeah.
So finally, it's out now on Netflix, and we can
on
go out and
Netflix.
watch it.
You can go out and watch it. Yeah, exactly.
All right, okay, brilliant. So people go out and watch this. All right, here's a film that I want you all to go out and watch the trailer of first, or obviously because it's not out. This film is called Brightburn, and it's produced by James Gunn, who you remember as being the visionary director of Guardians of the Galaxy
Exactly.
1 and 2. So Brightburn starts off as a movie. When you watch it, right, you're thinking, "Oh my God, I've seen this setup before. This sounds this looks very, very similar to another superhero movie, being Superman. Kid on a family on a farm. There's a shot of the post box, made out of wood, and you got the name on it and everything. And lo and behold, something comes flying into the atmosphere and crash lands on the farmer's, the couple's property, the farm. They go out and it's a baby. And you think, oh, I've seen this before. This is like Superman. Go out and watch this trailer and let us know what you think. It's called Brightburn, produced by James Gunn, and there is definitely something sinister up with this thing that's flown in from wherever it's flown in from. Deval, you saw the trailer. What did you think?
I thought it looked great.
Yeah.
I thought it looked great. It looked quite isolated and quite, intimate in its setting. Father and mother are looking for a child. Child gets delivered, special delivery via Amazon drone, intergalactic Amazon drone, I should say.
Yeah.
And it's just it looks interesting.
It does,
and it looks
doesn't it?
quite dark. I thought it'd be a bit of a horror comedy, but it looks like it's all dark.
It is all dark.
So it looks good.
It's true because you think, right, oh my God, yeah, this is Superman. But it's Superman, but there's a different take on the whole mythos of Superman.
Exactly.
So go out and watch it.
Which is always interesting to see because even in the comics, there was a
bit where he was dark. He went Superman.
Russia. Red Star, I think it's called Red Star or something.
And he gets controlled.
Yeah, by the Russian government. So instead of landing in Kansas, he lands in Russia.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see how these... Imagine if he landed in like Ghana. Imagine.
What would that one be like?
Oh my gosh. He just landed and be like, hey. Right there. Oh. Hey. Be like, oh. How Dane. Oh.
Oh gosh. I don't even want to think about an Indian one. Forget about it. Laser turban.
Trust me.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, it's brilliant.
The turban would turn into a cape,
Exactly.
innit? That's where the cape would be. Just like,
shit, it just comes down.
You know what? That actually look good, you know.
And when his beard, he rolls the beard up and then he goes flying at you with like some...
That's heavy. The beard would be sharp. Like it would just and like cut people and stuff.
Don't. This is what I love on the show. The diversity of these characters, man.
Yes.
Oh, Hollywood, make one. All right, okay, so ladies and gentlemen, come on, where are my manners? Please go out and check out Brightburn, check out those films on Netflix, and if there's anything else, I mean, to be honest with you, I think December is like, there's a whole swathe of new stuff, a lot of stuff, and we just don't have a time to go through it all. All right, but what we do have time for is...
Anniversary Corner.
Right, so Anniversary Corner this week, ladies and gentlemen, we have got some... Wow, look at these movies.
Yeah, Outlander. You're thinking, what's this movie about?
Is this the one in space?
It kind of is, yeah. It's like
Sean Connery?
No. This is 2008. This is Jim Caviezel, who played Jesus in the Passion of the Christ. Yeah. Was it Joshua? Or I can't remember what he translated to in Aramaic. But it's it's a story of him during the Viking sort of period. A man from a far off world crashes onto Earth, and he has to. As he comes to Earth, he brings with him an alien. I think he's pursuing an alien, or an alien's pursuing him, and he crash lands into the Viking era, and shit hits the fan basically.
Wow! So it's aliens versus Vikings.
Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah. But,
okay.
I mean, I've seen most of it.
Right.
I remember it being okay. I didn't really finish it.
Okay.
But it was okay for me. Jim Caviezel, he's an interesting character.
He
you
is.
know, he's a deep character. You know, now he doesn't do Hollywood films anymore.
And you know the reason why that is?
His beliefs.
Yeah, but you know what? I saw an interview. I read an interview of him. He said working on The Passion just transformed his whole life. Yeah. So wow.
He's going to be in part 2, by the way. They're making it.
The Resurrection.
Yeah, they're making it. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why you don't really see him that much anymore. He's probably just tries to do like films that are, that will help. That will, I guess, feed into his spiritual beliefs.
Right. Okay.
He's a deep character.
He is a deep character. He's good.
He lives by his beliefs. So respect to him. Next on the list, I tried to do a bit of a game one. We mentioned Call of Duty, we mentioned Gears of War, and now we've got House of the Dead.
Do you remember this game, man?
It was released on Dreamcast years ago. I bought it on Dreamcast, and it's almost like a time crisis sort of arcade shooter.
But shooting zombies and things like that.
Zombies and stuff. Yeah, so it was a crazy game. I liked it years ago.
I remember playing it on the arcade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the film that came out in 2003 was a total disaster. Yeah, and it goes to show sometimes these games do not translate on screen.
No.
It was a total disaster. It bombed. It's all kinds of rubbish. Like, sorry to say, you know.
No.
I know the filming process is hard to make a film. I know, but sometimes the end result just doesn't really translate, and
No.
that's what I mean. The House of the Dead, the film was dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So that was House of Dead. All right. From 20 years ago. Now, Rear Window. This sounds very familiar. What are we talking about over here? Is this a remake of an Alfred Hitchcock movie?
Remake of a Alfred Hitchcock movie, and interestingly enough, do you know who it stars?
Oh my God.
The penny has dropped.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we kind of, oh, you joke. It's funny you mentioned it actually a bit earlier with Brightburn, the Brightburn trailer. What did it remind you of?
Superman.
Exactly. And this film stars Christopher Reeve after his accident.
Oh,
so he's in his wheelchair.
Okay.
Exactly. So it actually lends to his real life situation.
Yeah.
And he acts as the person who witnesses a crime from his rear window, and the film unfolds just like it does in the original Hitchcock depiction.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those films that really use, someone's real life situation to actually act as a tool, a storytelling tool within the film.
Yeah.
There's no need to cast someone and pretend they were injured. He was literally injured.
He was injured.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's good to see sometimes you can still do stuff, and it also stars Daryl Hannah.
Oh, Daryl Hannah.
Yeah,
wow.
Daryl Hannah stars in it as well.
Splash.
Exactly, and from Kill Bill as well. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now another game, film adaptation. This one goes back 25 years to 1993. Your favorite Italian, what was he? A pizza delivery guy?
Plumber.
Yeah. That was it. Pizza plumber. Okay. We're talking about Super Mario.
Bling, bling, bling.
And who was it was Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins and our friend's name who we can't pronounce. John Leguizamo. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it came out in 1993, as you said. I also starred Dennis Hopper as a baddie.
Right.
I had the Cooper Trooper kind of mad looking people with a big body, small head.
Yeah.
And again, this film was quite brave. I mean, they really tried to do something that, at the time, Mario's been big for years. And it's really hard to put Mario across on film.
Yeah.
They tried. I don't think it fully landed. It didn't fully drop. It didn't fully nail the box office.
No.
But they tried, and in that era, it wasn't happening that often.
Not at all.
This was one of the sort of first, like, obviously you had Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but that wasn't really a game, was it? That's more like a cartoon.
Yeah,
type
but they kind
thing.
of
But this is literally from a computer game, and it didn't really drop, but they tried.
Yeah, and I think I'm not sure if it was a few years later, Street Fighter. So Street Fighter with the Jean-Claude Van Damme, that didn't that didn't work out either.
Yeah.
But
Oh my gosh, I've just seen a note, guys. I'm just gonna shout out this note. But we've been talking about this film for a while. I'm really, really, really looking forward to this film. And I've just seen now that I'm able to book tickets, but it's for the 12th of December, the same day I'm watching Aquaman. This is for
film?
The House That Jack Built.
Oh.
And it's a screening with a Q&A with Lars von Trier, the director.
So
I'm gutted. I want to go to that.
But why are they doing that on the same day?
Oh my gosh, I would love to go to that.
Aquaman.
Lars von Trier, The House That Jack Built, is going to be a sick film, guys.
I've already read a lot about it, and it's Matt Dillon, who plays the villain, is like, this is supposed to be like a performance from him like no other.
Yeah, from what I hear.
Well, we still got to watch it somehow.
Oh, man. Okay, sorry, I digress.
Yeah. Monkey Shines, this is a horror film, right?
Monkey Shines is a horror film, yeah, exactly, yeah.
From 30 years ago. Okay, so this is 1988. And is it about people doing experiments on monkeys, and then one of the monkeys escapes or something?
So a quadriplegic, and again, it's kind of similar to obviously Christopher Reeve's situation at the time, but a quadriplegic man trained a monkey to help him in his paralysis.
Yeah.
And basically the monkey...
What?
The monkey starts to begin to develop feelings and rage.
Shit.
And basically the monkey... the monkey starts attacking people and starts...
Oh my God.
Against the masters, and the monkey starts to go crazy and like a bit like Chucky.
Oh my
and starts
gosh.
killing people, and The monkey.
I remember this. I remember when this came out, like in the 80s.
You see the poster. It's just
I can't wait to put that picture up on our Instagram. Mate.
Monkey shines.
What's the tagline on that?
An experiment in fear.
Holy shit, man!
Oh
all right, so ladies and gentlemen, if you wanna check out Monkey Shines, go find it somewhere. You know what? The one thing is these films from the 80s.
Where do you find them?
Where do you get them now?
Yeah,
That's the thing.
Know. There's also a poem to this film. Once there was a man whose prison was a chair. The man had a monkey. They made the strangers peer. The monkey ruled the man. It climbed inside his head. And now, as fate would have it, one of them is dead.
Oh gosh, that is the creepiest bloody rhyme going. Oh my god,
Monkey shines. You know, 1988.
If you love your 80s horrors, go check it out. All right, now let us move on to film reviews. We've got now let's move on to film reviews. We've got 3 films that we want to throw at you this week, ladies and gentlemen. The first one is a movie called Cam.
Yep.
Now, this is out on Netflix, isn't it?
It's out on Netflix, yeah.
I've heard really good stuff about this.
Yeah, it's a different kind of film, actually. It's basically, a lot of guys will know the premise of this film.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, because I'm not really, I'm not that way inclined.
Exactly.
But it's women who work in the adult industry, for example, and they have their cameras and they strip, they either strip or they get quite sexual on cameras, and
they start jiggling the bits.
Exactly, and people call in basically cam girls. That's what they call them. But but I think obviously guys can do it too. So cam people, I should say.
Yeah.
And you get very sexual on your camera. People call in, you speak to them. You get really sexual on the phone call, and basically it's like a premium line.
Yeah.
Also, people can view you online. They can view your private sort of, your private cam and all that, and you pay for that.
Right.
Basically, it's a living.
Yeah.
It's basically a living. It's doing what you can do maybe in the strip club, but you're doing it in your own home, in your own space, and people sort of use technology to access your show.
Sure.
So it's about a woman who's a cam person, and she wants to excel in the sort of cam leagues, because she's like, I think she's below 50 or something, and she wants to get to number 1.
Yeah, and the higher you are, the more money you get, right?
Yeah. So she does different things to try and get people to get into a show, and some of the things she does is quite dark. One of the things she does is actually pretend to kill herself, and it gets people to people love that shit. It's crazy, but they love it. So she's got her breasts out, and she's like getting all sexual, and all of a sudden she's like, oh, do you want me to kill myself? Do you want me to kill myself? She gets a knife and slits her throat. Yeah. But it's prosthetic. All blood comes out, and she gets them. She's like, oh, guys, did you like that? Guys, did you like that? It's crazy. Yeah. I don't get it. But so basically the film sort of goes through that, and some of the guys are trying to get a bit more friendly with her. They want to meet her. She does meet some of the guys, actually. Right. And obviously the guys take her out to almost like an escort almost. Take her out to dinner and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a weird one, because a lot of the things that these cam people do, it's like, I don't know, it's just, the industry is so fierce. Yeah. And you got to have really thick skin to work in the industry, because it's like, your skin is bearing all. You're bearing all, Yeah. But okay, I'll get to the sort of, without spoiling it too much, I'll get to the sort of meat and bones of it. But it's a bit of a weird one as well. It's not just a straightforward cam situation, I'll call into my show, blah, blah, blah. Because something happens halfway through the film, and her account gets hacked. Right. So then her account gets hacked, and then she starts seeing her online. So it's almost like at first she thinks, oh, someone's got old footage of me online. Yeah. Because people are still calling in. She's like, she can see herself on screen, like, oh yeah, guys, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And people think that's an old video. Right. She calls up the company that, processed the video. She's like, oh guys, someone's hacked my account. Can you close it, please? They can't close it down. And then she realizes it's not an old video, it's live. Right. So she's on there live, and she's also not on there. Yeah. So it's weird now. So what, is it like a twin sister, or is it like... No, it's not. It's almost like, remember we had that film that we spoke about, E-Demon? Yes. It's that kind of situation. Oh, it's like something weird has happened, and the digital copy of herself is out there. and she can't stop it.
Right.
She even calls into it one time, and she's speaking with
To
herself.
herself,
Exactly. Yeah. She gets her friends to call into it. It's crazy.
Wow.
And then that copy of her is doing really well, and she's got to try and compete with it, and she can't log on because her account is hacked, so she can't log on as herself.
So she's got to do
she's
it.
blocked out.
Right. Okay.
So she then she creates a new account, tries to rival it. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy, and it's sort of the end game of it kind of thing. She sort of tries to battle it head on. I'm not going to say what happens, but it's a really weird situation. It's interesting. I must say the film wasn't the best film I've seen. I'm not going to say it's one of my top 10 films or top 20 or whatever. It's an interesting film just because of the concept. You know, the concept is a bit weird because it's almost looking like there's all these, in this day and age, there's all these, threats of security and so on. And what if someone actually hacked your account? But not just that, but was able to copy your account and be you. Well, that's very, very damaging.
Yeah, and but the thing is though, it does happen.
It does happen, yeah. And that was a visual representation of someone actually being you, pretending to be you, and you can't do anything about it.
The one interesting thing that I kind of read about this film is the actress, the main actress, she was a cam girl.
Oh, was she?
In real life.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, she was a cam girl in real life.
Oh, wow.
And I was reading an interview.
Madeline Brewer, her name is.
Yeah. So, and you know what? She's got experience of this, and she just thought, I can make kind of like a movie out of this, and the dark side of what it is to be a cam girl. So I still want to go out and watch it because it does sound like as if it's really intriguing. It's made by someone who knows that industry.
Yeah.
It may be just to get her insight.
Yeah. She's also been in quite a few things actually. I'm just seeing now. She was in The Handmaid's Tale.
Okay.
She was in Orange is the New Black. She was in Black Mirror in 2016.
Wow, I didn't know that one.
Yeah. So she's been in quite a few things. I guess she's in like a up and coming type, phase in her career. But yeah, good on her.
All right,
so that's that.
So that can be watched basically like right now.
It can be watched right now. I'll give it maybe a 5.
Okay,
I'm halfway house on this one. I'll give it like a 5 out of 10. So that's that one. So that's Cam, CAM on Netflix. Go watch it. Let us know what you think.
Exactly. All right. Okay. Now let's move on to a film that we've spoken about before. It's taken a lot of money. You mentioned a franchise. It belongs. A lot of people are kind of saying, is it a Rocky film? Is it? Has it moved away now from Rocky? And I kind of feel like as if it has. It's not a Rocky movie because Michael B. Jordan is a star in his own right now.
Yeah.
And this guy, I just think he is absolutely brilliant. He's got so much presence. He does things, with a scene, and I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, yeah, man, this guy is really, really good. So glad that, he was in Black Panther. That's been nominated.
Yeah,
for a Golden Globe.
Yeah, you mentioned. Yeah,
that's been nominated for a Golden Globe, and this guy is his stock is rising. So here we have Creed 2, and it's not directed by Ryan Coogler this time. And when I read about that, I thought, is it because Ryan Coogler doesn't believe in the project? Is it because that thing where you get some directors who are like, look, I've got a vision for it. But if you're not going to go with my vision, then you're going to have to end up getting a new director. But I was kind of gladly surprised at the end of it. It was executive produced by Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
So he's still attached to it. And the movie now takes place after the events of Creed, the first one. So he lost at the end against, I think it was this boxer called Wheeler.
Okay.
He's a boxer in real life, I think.
Oh, you mean the Evertonian? What's his name? I can't remember his name now.
Oh no, sorry, that was.
You mean Creed 1 or?
Yeah, in Creed 1.
Yeah, the end fight.
Yeah, what was that? Who was that guy again?
Oh my gosh, this is gonna bug me now. I need to find out. But yeah, so
Bellew.
Yeah, Tony Bellew. That's it. Yeah, thank you,
That's
Tony
it,
Bellew. Yeah.
So look, he loses against that one, but obviously he wins a lot.
Yeah.
Even though he lost the fight, he still wins. He wins the respect. So okay, fast forward now. Creed, Adonis Creed, Donnie. He's training. He's now he's a contender. So to fight for the world championship, and lo and behold, I kind of knew this was going to happen. He wins the championship.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. Now, here's the thing, right? When I knew that this was going to be coming out, I didn't watch the trailers because the first thing that I said was to a friend of mine, I said, you know what? I know exactly what's going to happen. He's going to win, right? He's going to lose. He's going to go through some sort of retribution, redemption, and then he's going to win again. And you know what this is? This is for me, the plot is like a remake of Rocky 3.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you remember that.
No.
Do you remember Rocky 3?
Not clearly, no.
Right, okay, so Sylvester Stallone, he was at the top of his game. He takes a fight where people are like, hey, look, you're not ready for it. This guy's hungrier than you. He's kind of like more dangerous than you. You're going to lose. And he's like, I can take him. What happens? He loses. He goes back to his roots and then he wins again. So that is the plot. But that's where the similarities end.
Yeah.
That is where the similarities end because Michael B. Jordan is such a brilliant actor, and he takes it, the loss, the stuff that's going on in his family. You know, he's still with Tessa Thompson, who we've spoken about before. This woman, she's great. She's a great actress. You know, she lends kind of, gravitas to kind of like, the whole film. And you've got this kind of character, Rocky Balboa, who's still there as well. Mm-hmm. And through the highs and the lows, you believe in Adonis. You believe that he's lost the fight and he's lost something of his life, but now is the road to recovery. And you know what? I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised because I thought for a sequel, I was like, oh shit, man, this is gonna crash and burn.
Okay.
No, definitely, this is a knockout. And people are loving this movie, Deval. People are going out and watching this movie. And, there's a bit in the film where, he gets his ass kicked. I'm not going to say... Well, actually, can we say... Oh, actually, no. In the trailer, they do mention it.
What's that?
Who he gets his ass kicked by.
Oh, okay. Did they? I can't remember. But yeah.
Ivan Drago.
Okay, yeah.
His son.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there's kind of like a matchup between the son of Ivan Drago, Victor Drago. So there's beef, right? Because obviously, if you go back to Rocky 4, Ivan Drago killed... Apollo Creed, right? So there's bad blood. Sylvester Stallone thinks he can't beat him, and then you know what? The obvious happens. He loses, and you know what? He's on this road to recovery. I just thought it was really, really great, and I thought Sylvester Stallone. I thought he couldn't surprise me, but he surprised me even more with his acting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, honestly, man, I just thought it was kind of like subdued. It was, not this loud, shouty type of thing.
He kind of played to the side. He let Creed be the main guy,
exactly.
And he just sort of
and there's
supported.
a moment in the film where you know what, he's there and he says, "Hey, Adonis, this is your moment.
Yeah.
You go."
Yeah.
Right, and then he takes a seat.
Yeah.
And there's a shot of him, and I just thought that was brilliant.
I really liked it. I enjoyed the film probably a bit more than the second one. It was kind of like the same. One. Yeah, that's what I meant. yeah. But the one thing I always respect actors for is becoming the role. His body. I remember the last time I saw this film, I started working out twice as much because I was like, how the heck is this body? This guy's body is amazing. His shoulders, his abs.
And do you remember him from The Wire?
Yeah, he was really young,
as
small.
A rake,
I know. Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
seriously. And even in the station, what was it? The last station?
Oh, there was the Fahrenheit or something.
Fruitvale Station.
Oh, Fruitvale Station. Okay, yeah. He
wasn't big then, was he?
No. So he literally trains like a beast.
Yeah.
I need some of that in my life, man.
Man,
he's
seriously.
a beast. And even Drago. Do you know what? I felt a bit sorry for Drago,
Because the father-son relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I kind of felt for them because I was thinking, do you know what? Like the son, because the mum, Bridget Nielsen came back, innit?
Bridget Nielsen, oh,
Bridget
man.
Nielsen, she came back. I was like, wow. She's like...
She doesn't say anything.
Nah,
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think she's about to say a couple of words at the dinner.
In Russian.
But it's funny, none of them are Russian. Like she's Danish, he's Swedish. The son is German, Romanian.
Okay.
None of them are Russian.
Yeah,
just stereotypes. But yeah, it's like the son, first of all, he's a beast as well. In real life, yeah, let's be real. Drago's beating him.
Exactly.
The punches, even like he was almost reloading his guns like Cavill
yeah.
in Fallout. The way he walks, it was like if I saw him walking towards me, I'm like, mate, what do you want? Okay, can I give me your bank details? I'll just transfer the money, or what is it you want? Yeah, let's avoid this situation. Yeah, this guy is a beast.
He is, man, and his name is the Beast.
Oh my gosh, crazy!
In real life,
is it?
Yeah, his name is Florian the Beast.
Oh,
whatever it is.
This is crazy, but I did feel sorry for, like, obviously because Drago, when he lost back in the day, it's like his name was tarnished. No one wanted anything to do with him.
His wife
he had
leaves
to
him.
struggle.
Yeah,
and then his son has grown up with that.
Yeah,
with that depression and stuff like that, and it's made him into a fighter. And the son just wants the love of his mum.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he wants. That's all he's fighting for, really. Because he's fighting because his dad told him to fight, but for him, he just wants his mum.
Yeah.
He wants his mum to hold him, and he wants the basic things, and he loses out, and he's done nothing wrong, you know?
I know.
The son has done nothing wrong.
And you know what, right? I thought, okay, how are they going to kind of conclude that little relationship over there? And you know what? They do.
It was a nice little touch.
It was a nice little touch.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they did that.
Yeah, nice little touch. The way they kind of just came together kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not too soppy, but it's kind of like life goes on kind of thing.
Exactly. Like I'm here for you.
I did feel for baby Drago.
I know, man.
Not baby, but young Drago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, good film. I really liked it. Tessa Thompson as well. Again, amazing. She's just like, I've not seen her in anything bad. I don't think she does bad.
No.
She doesn't know how to do bad. She is gangster.
She's really good.
She's gangster. And then obviously Mama Huxtable is there.
Oh gosh, man. Yeah.
Mama Huxtable,
gosh, she's really good.
there.
And it's so funny because when she speaks, it looks like as if she's smiling.
Yeah, I know.
I was just like, why is she smiling
That's
for?
just her natural face, I think.
Exactly.
I think
I was like, it's such a serious scene,
know,
right?
I
And she's
know.
like got this smile on her face. But she's brilliant. She's great.
Yeah.
She's great. And there's also kind of like a little conclusion. Go on.
Sorry,
Go
you
on.
mentioned The Wire. D'Angelo Barksdale.
Oh my God,
D'Angelo Barksdale is training. What's his
um,
name from the? I can't remember what his name was in The Wire. Michael B. Jordan. I can't remember what his name was.
I can't remember what his name is. Yeah,
The Wire. The
Look
Wire
at that
comes
Wire
together.
connection.
I know.
That was really good.
That was wicked.
And so Barksdale is the son of Tony, who was the trainer of Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
So it all kind of all fits
comes
in.
together.
Yeah, it was all that was all really good. But yeah, Barksdale, The Wire.
It was Avon Barksdale.
Avon
Because D'Angelo
Barksdale.
was the younger one that went to the prison, isn't it?
Yeah.
And was getting buoyed up. He was getting like
And he
pushed
was
around.
gonna be
but
like-
Avon Barksdale was the gangster
He's
one
the
that was
proper
with like
gangster.
Stringer Bell and all that, isn't it?
I know, man. But yeah, overall it's a good film. And then there was kind of like a little conclusion with Rocky's relationship with his son.
Yeah.
That kind of resolved itself as well.
He's from Heroes. I didn't realise
That's
that he
him.
played young Rocky in 2006 in Balboa.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realise. I haven't seen that one.
Milo.
Milo Ventimiglia.
That's it,
But
yeah.
He's got like a Rocky kind of.
He's got a bit of
he
a thing,
leans
hasn't
with his
he?
mouth. He's
Yeah.
kind of like that Rocky kind of.
like
You're
that.
Asian
You're
kind
Asian.
of naturally.
I know.
'Cause even in Heroes, he's always like, "Yo, Claire, get to the cheerleader or whatever."
I think you say get to the chopper there. But I just thought, you know what, for a sequel, you know what, it's doing really well. And on average, sequels they don't do as well as
it's risky ground.
It's risky ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then I just thought to myself, all right, they've made two good films. It's like, well, now where is the story going to go now?
Don Deba.
Exactly. And then I thought to myself, oh, is there going to be a bit at the end? Are we going to see like another? And you stay till the end, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. What, the very end?
Yeah.
After the credits?
Yeah.
I keep doing this. Hold on a second.
You're
What
telling me
happens?
you didn't see the
Hold
end
on.
of the credits?
Did I?
Clubber Lang.
No, I didn't.
I'm joking, bro.
Oh, you
No, because you know why?
Oh my
'Cause I
gosh.
wish that there was Clubber, something related
That's
to Clubber.
Mr. T, yeah?
Mr. T.
Oh my
I thought to myself,
He's
right,
going to be next then.
can you-
There's going to be
he's
some
gonna be
sort
his
of-
kid
yeah.
or something
There's
like
going to be
that.
something, yeah.
I know. So,
yeah, there's going to be something with that, for sure.
and then I just thought, where could they take this next now? Because otherwise, there's just going to be that whole thing like Rocky, like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
fight,
Yeah, yeah.
lose, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, where is it
Yeah.
going to go? That was the only thing that I was thinking about. Like, you know what? You've made two good films. You've continued the Rocky legacy. You've set that up brilliantly. You've got this brilliant new star. Rocky probably doesn't even have to be in the third one.
He'll probably show up. Just
He
for a
will
little
show
bit.
up,
Yeah.
like, you know. But I just thought, wow, it was good. It was definitely worth.
So what rounds do you reckon it goes?
Oh yeah,
what
this
round do you
goes
reckon it
this
to?
distance, man.
Does it?
This
Okay.
here's a question: has your brother seen it?
I don't know actually, because I know he boxes. I'm not sure if he has seen it.
All right, okay.
He should, but I don't
It'd
know.
be interesting to see, find out. Excuse me, like what he thought of the boxing scenes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a boxer, but I know those the licks they take, you don't take in normal life.
They're so choreographed.
Yeah. I mean, the licks that Drago was giving Creed.
No way, man.
He'll be down. Come on now. He mashed up his ribs. How are you still fighting? It's not realistic, but it's Hollywood, you know?
And to go at that pace, you just can't do it, man.
Yeah, no,
seriously.
Come on. One of those hits in the face takes you down. You've seen it.
I know.
Look at Fury, and obviously maybe you get up, but you go down. You don't take one clean hit to your face.
Yeah.
You're feeling that.
Exactly.
You're stunned.
I know. But yeah, overall, ladies and gentlemen,
what
go
round
watch
then?
it.
What round? What do you reckon?
All right, yeah, like I said, I mean, it goes the full rounds for me. So it's like, it's a clear winner. It's a knockout. And
so what, round 8 or something, or
I'm giving it like a good 8.
8 rounds.
I'm giving it 8 rounds. Yeah,
Okay,
7.5,
cool.
8. I'm between 7 and 8.
So
7.
in round 7, the fight gets stopped. So halfway through round 7, the ref's like, end the match.
Exactly.
So 7.5 type thing, yeah?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Cool.
And
on points, yeah.
And what I loved was what was it? He throws in the towel. Drago threw in the towel.
He doesn't want to lose his son.
He doesn't want to lose his son
Yeah.
because he looks over.
Yeah.
Bridget Nelson, the cow's buddy.
She's walked off. She's a bitch, you know.
I know.
She's a bitch.
Exactly.
She's a bitch at Nelson.
Yeah. So true. No, but seriously.
Yeah.
It's like, so I felt a bit sorry for him. That was good.
Yeah, good film.
All right, tell us about
Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yeah, now
do you know what?
I haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph.
I haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph 1, and I think I might have done myself an injustice there. I'm going to see it, but I will say one thing.
You liked
Wreck-It
it?
Ralph 2, I enjoyed that film.
Really?
I'm not one to go to the cinema and watch animations.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
Yeah, you don't
I
do
went and
animation.
watched
I know.
it. There was 100 kids in the cinema. The film got delayed by 40 minutes because the screen wasn't working, so I got a free ticket as well, so that's good.
Good.
Wreck-It Ralph, it is a funny film.
Really?
It's a funny film. Yeah, it's an animation, so I guess people think it's just for kids, but no. Wreck-It Ralph is a funny film. And like on just every level, the animation's nice and crisp. The dialogue is just like great. The jokes, I mean, basically the premise is that I can't remember her name now. The Wreck-It Ralph's friend, the female friend, played by Sarah Silverman, her game gets closed down because they're in games, aren't they? These characters are all in games.
Yeah.
So in her game, the game gets turned off.
Right.
Before it gets turned off, all the characters have to run, physically run to another game, otherwise they die.
Right. Okay.
So they run away to another game, and they're all in the back, the sort of the green room, so the backstage or whatever, where no one can see them, and they have to. They figure out, okay, so what's wrong with the game? Why is it broken? It's the steering wheel of it's a racing game that she plays.
Okay.
That she is. So the steering wheel's broken.
Right.
They're like, oh my gosh, we gotta get another steering wheel. So they look on eBay, find the steering wheel for $200.
Right.
They ain't got the money, so they've got to figure out how to raise $200 to get the steering wheel, so that the sort of arcade owner can put the steering wheel on the game, and then she can go back into her game. So they go into the internet.
That is
so
wicked.
the characters go into the internet,
right?
Like, into like it's so crazy.
Yeah.
So as they're going into the internet, you see Google, you see eBay, you see like Facebook or whatever.
Right.
You see Twitter.
So you see all those logos.
You just see all
and
these
everything.
floating logos, and you see all these like things flying towards it. It's like a mad world.
Okay.
So they're going into the internet. They've never been to the internet, so for them it's all new.
Yeah.
They go in there to try and find out how they can raise money. And then they come across like oh no, it's not called YouTube, it's called something else. BuzzTube, I think it's called. And they figure out that people that have videos get likes. And then those likes, if you get enough likes, you get paid and stuff like that.
Right.
So he gets an idea to start making videos and getting paid. And it works well for a while.
Yeah.
And you physically see people's avatars, like me and you. Let's say you give something a like.
Yeah.
In the internet, in this cuddly world of animation, your avatar will send out a heart, and there's someone there with like a big Hoover, who like sucking up all the hearts, a vacuum cleaner, sucking up all the hearts, getting all the hearts, and it's just weird. It's so funny, the little visual representations of things in the internet.
Right.
It's like, you obviously you go into like your Facebook or whatever it might be, and you get what do you call it? You get pop-ups.
Yeah.
Pop-ups in the internet. How they sort of make it a visual representation. Pop-ups are people. They're salespeople.
Oh,
so they
okay.
drive around, and they've got their pop-up. So they'll go to different websites, and they'll pop up, and they'll be trying to sell things to you.
Which is what in real life is what happens.
That's what they're physically like, popping up and selling things. And that's their job all day long. So they talk 1,000 miles a minute.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's a visual representation of a pop-up.
Wow.
It's crazy. Like when you get little reminders, you get people that walk around and they've got a timer, so they know when to like pop up and remind you.
Yeah.
It's such a funny world, this internet, and how they depict things. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. And then what happened? Something happened where somebody made a mistake or something, and the internet crashed or something, and the connection was lost. And it's sometimes when you're on the internet and it says, "Oh, connection gone."
Yeah.
The reason is because someone behind the scenes
has pulled
done something
out.
wrong,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the connection's lost. And we just get a message of, "Oh, connection's lost." When really, there's a whole craziness of like things happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, you know what? I enjoyed it. I don't gonna lie. I don't usually go to the cinema for these sorts of animations, but it was really good. John C. Reilly.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Ralph, yeah. Sarah Silverman plays Vanellope. That's the other character.
Okay.
Gal Gadot is in it.
I didn't know Gal Gadot was in
Yeah,
this
she
one.
plays this group of characters who are like, it's almost like they are the Grand Theft Auto characters in the game.
Right.
Like their game, that game that she's part of, people try to go around stealing cars. Because at first they try and steal her car to raise money.
Yeah.
And they do steal it for a while, but she gets it back. And they become friends and all that. But Tajari P. Henson's in it.
Yeah.
She acts as the owner or the owner or the head of BuzzTube, the YouTube sort of thingy. But yeah, there's just so many actors in this that just the characters is great. It's a great film.
I was just having a quick look. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's 88%.
I'm not surprised. It's a good film, really good film. Yeah, really. And there's that scene with the Disney princesses. You've probably seen the trailer.
I saw the trailer.
Yeah, seeing the whole scene, seeing it all play out. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
It is funny.
Is it really?
It's funny.
So there's a lot of visual, like, in terms of kind of like, do you remember that film, Ready Player One? You know, there was a lot of visual stuff going.
There's lots of Easter eggs and characters from different games.
Yeah.
And they all serve a purpose in a way. They've all got their little purpose and they all do things, but there's so many, obviously Pixar and so on is just massively there. Capcom, you got Zangief, you got Bison, Chun-Li's there, you got other characters from other games.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's
that's
crazy.
Interesting.
They've got so many, like, it's just not as much as obviously Ready Player One.
Yeah,
but they've got so many.
Okay,
it's crazy. It's just
I want to
so
check it
funny.
out. And it sounds
so
fun.
funny. Seriously, so funny.
Brilliant.
It's worth a watch. But yeah, I'll give it a good 8.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the best animations I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
And it's got 2 post-credit scenes.
Really?
Yeah.
So what is this? Is this going to set up part 3?
Not really, no. But it's just a bit
nice.
of fun. Just a bit of fun. Yeah.
Marvel-esque.
Yeah. One of the post-credit scenes. Oh man, it's really funny.
Really?
Really funny.
Okay. I want to check this out.
Is it worth spoiling it or not?
No,
it's really funny.
Spoil it. I want to, because I don't mind.
Shall I?
You go on.
Oh, okay, listeners, if you're hearing this, for the next 20 seconds, just put the volume down.
Yeah.
So there's the second or the very, very last post-credit scene. You know, on the internet a while ago, when you're trying to find something that you know is like a big like, maybe Avengers 4 trailer or whatever, somebody will have the clickbait.
Yes.
And you press it, and then what usually happens?
It opens up another window, and then it like...
Or opens up a song. Remember that song that came out? There's a song, an old school song. If you click it, and it'll go to like, never gonna give you up, you're never gonna let you down, never gonna turn around. Yeah. So that's a very popular clickbait video that's been going on for years. With certain things, and it gets to the end of the credits, right at the end, and then it goes to I think you see a title saying Wreck-It Ralph 3, What's to Come, or something like that.
Okay.
And then it clicks it, and then it's that video. But it's the Wreck-It Ralph character singing the song.
As
he's singing it, he's like, "Oh, you guys are still here? We got you in it. Clickbait." And you're still here. You're still here now, even though you know it's nothing's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
Oh, brilliant,
so
man!
Yeah,
I love it when they do those little in jokes.
Yeah, and it's so appropriate for what type of film it is. It's internet. It's all about the internet and the world of internet. I mean, I probably haven't explained a lot of the things that happen because I think some things are nice as a surprise, but it's a really nice, good film.
Yeah, and do you reckon because obviously kids are going to be breaking up pretty soon over here in the UK in the next couple of weeks, it's going to become even more of a bigger hit?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, with these animations, I mean, the reason why I gave it a good score is because animations, especially with the Disney sort of Pixar ones, I don't expect too much.
Yeah.
I don't expect there to be any sort of major trauma. Because in this, I mean, you know they're going to save the day.
Exactly.
No one's going to die. So I can't really downgrade it for that because it's just not going to happen in these films.
Yeah.
So obviously there is like some sort of evil in the film. They overcome it as they do. Nothing really major happens, so I can't really downgrade it for that. But I was entertained.
All right, brilliant. I'm going to try and watch that one.
Yes, try.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Hidden Gems, Duvaldo.
Hidden Gems.
What has the Doctor brought to the table?
You love John Carpenter's.
You know what? I love my John Carpenter movies. Escape from New York, The Thing, They Live.
Yes.
God, I mean, those are just 3 great movies.
Exactly. Obviously, Halloween as well, we mentioned.
God, yeah.
So have you seen The Thing, 2010?
You know what? I saw a bit of it.
Okay.
I don't remember much of it.
Okay.
Can you tell me a bit about it?
It stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who's actually going to be in Birds of Prey. She was in Final Destination, I think 2 or 3.
Right.
And also stars Joel Edgerton, who keeps popping up. This guy pops up. He's like an internet pop-up himself.
Joel Edgerton I don't remember that.
He's in it, yeah.
Oh,
and
my
also stars...
gosh.
It's got a great Scandinavian cast as well.
Oh.
So actually, I think it may have the one from Game of Thrones in it with the big grey beard.
Because it was set in... Is it set in... Where is it set
Yeah,
again?
it's set in, in
Scandinavia?
the Arctic or somewhere around there or somewhere like that. But the thing, this film for me went under the radar and I'm really sad about that.
Okay.
I am really sad about it.
Yeah.
This film is not obviously the classic of the 1982 thing.
Yeah.
But this film is very clever in how they recognise that.
Right.
They don't try to copy it, but they complement it in the best way I've seen in a very long time.
Okay.
So this is a prequel to The Thing.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know if you remember in The Thing, 1982, Kurt Russell, all those people, they come upon a situation in the ice where obviously a spacecraft has crash landed years ago in the ice, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then when Kurt Russell's people come to the camp, the ice camp, I don't know what you call them, but the camp.
Yeah.
Shit has already happened because there's the leftovers of the previous occupants' sort of skirmish or encounter with this creature or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And they walk through the sort of the old base and they see the damage and the destruction, and I think they even see a skeleton of some sort of nasty creature looking type thing.
Yeah.
And this is what the 1982 version shows.
Right.
So they see all. Hold on, am I doing this right? Yeah, exactly. So they see all of this, and no, hold on, I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it the other way around. Yes.
What?
Ignore the last 2 minutes of what I just said.
So this film
is the
takes
prequel.
place after or before?
No, this takes place before. Yeah, it does take place before, so I'm getting mixed up because the way I watch this film, I watched both films back to back.
Oh, right, okay.
And they both are one film.
Right.
Yes, because I don't know if you remember at the start of The Thing, was it the dog that was
running?
Yeah.
They were trying to the husky was running from
and
something.
they were trying to shoot it, isn't it, to stop it from so basically at the end of this film, that dog runs off.
Oh.
And then that becomes the beginning of the thing
in 1982.
Exactly.
Right, okay, so this is whatever happens before that is
exactly
in this
film. And in this film, you see all the events of. There's a scene. There's a scene where Kurt Russell's crew come upon the base and they see like someone or this big sort of creature type thing on the panel on the slab.
Right.
It looks disgusting. You see that creature. You see that creature get created. So all these sort of child events, and you see like there's some really crazy looking like things that have happened. You don't know what's going on.
They
it just looks
they
crazy.
show it in this one.
They show it. All
that
happens.
sounds like Aliens. What they did with Alien Prometheus.
Yeah.
You know, the backstory.
Yeah.
You know, Covenant.
Yeah, exactly. But this actually shows it.
Right.
So it's like basically, if you're going to watch the thing again, watch this one before it.
Right.
And
okay.
I guarantee you, it's one film.
Right.
I literally watched it, and this ended on the dog chase as the thing 1982 started with the same dog chase. It's like one continuous film. It's wicked.
So what do they in this one? Do they explain how the alien gets there?
No, because it was years, like 10,000 or whatever years ago. Right. So that they still can't, they still can't explain it.
So there could be another movie.
We don't know what happened after 1982 because they sat there in the car.
Oh yeah, do you remember?
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is that the thing 1982 is such a classic.
Yeah,
that it's hard for this one to get the light it deserves.
Right. Okay.
This is different. And the thing with this one is CGI involved, so you don't get that kind of old school feel.
Yeah.
But it's the same way to get there's a few scenes where there's trust. You don't know who to trust. This does it quite well as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
You know what? You got to see this film. I think it's worth watching back to back.
I'll watch it. I want to do it.
Watch the 2010 one first, then watch 1982 one second, and I guarantee you're gonna feel like you've watched one long film.
That is brilliant.
Literally just one continuous, like it doesn't even end. The dogs run in. And it just carries on running into 1982. It's just that seamless.
Yeah. So when you watch,
so clever.
It's brilliant because when you watch this film, you're like thinking, "Shit, I want to know what happens," and you do know you'll find out what happens because the thing 1982.
Exactly. Yeah. And scene for scene, the way 1982 one, there's a scene when they're walking around and they're seeing all the remains and things like that. It's exactly. They've made sure that it matches up.
Wicked.
Exactly.
All right.
It's crazy, but yeah. So 2010, The Thing. Please watch it, and then watch 1982, The Thing
version of it
afterwards.
as well.
Yeah, one film.
Okay,
great
that's
film.
good. All right. This next film
Your
is.
face.
I mean, is this Lars von Trier as well?
No, this is Tom Six.
Right.
Tom Six, but it may as well be Lars von Trier. But yeah, so The Human Centipede, 2009. Have you seen it?
You know what? I basically saw a bit of it. Then in the end, I just kind of got turned off.
Probably a good thing, but yeah,
it's
a
just
hidden
the weirdest
gem.
thing.
And a hidden gem because it is. People have heard about it, but many people haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen all of it.
That thing in their mind that they think they know what it's about. And you're right, it's a human centipede. It's crazy. It's about this German doctor who's radical. He's doing things, testing human trials. He's just a nutter. He's a nutty professor.
Yeah.
Literally.
Not in a good way.
Exactly. And he comes about this idea of creating a human centipede. And these volunteers, I think, are they volunteers or people that knock on his house and they're lost? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Either way, he gets people, he drugs them, takes them down to his basement, and he basically makes a human centipede out of them. And he literally wires their body together.
Yeah.
So imagine going down on all fours.
Yes,
yeah,
I've seen this
and
bit,
someone else going down on all fours behind you. So he connects their mouth to your arsehole. Yeah,
I know.
To your arsehole, and then the person behind. So as you sort of you eat and whatever, everything flows. It's disgusting.
It's the weirdest.
And you see it. You see them all. He makes the human centipede out of, I think, 3 or 4 people.
Right.
And it's just the weirdest looking thing. But his rationale for doing this, he's crazy. He thinks it's the right thing to do.
Right. He thinks that we should all be like living like this way.
Yeah. He's trying to. I think the human centipede is a medical experiment for him to try and prove he can connect the human body.
Right.
But it's weird. And the Human Centipede Part 2.
Oh my gosh! There's a second one.
For me, probably one of the sickest ones.
Is it directed by the same guy?
It's Tom Six. Tom Six made all 3.
Oh, there's 3.
The Human Centipede Part 2 is sick. It's in black and white. It stars this guy who he just looks sick, and it's not even his fault. I think he might actually just be sick. I'm not sure, but he just looks like the worst person you want to have you tied up. Honestly, this guy does not look well at all, and this person.
Yeah.
It's not even like, I don't know. Oh man, he's just sick. And so he has this person down in a dungeon. He tries to make the Human Centipede, but he's not as medically advanced, and it's just a mess.
Oh,
it's a
my
sick, disgusting
gosh.
mess.
So what? So, but you know, these people who were joined together, like in this film, there's no way for them to escape. Can they break away from arse to mouth?
No, they can't. They're drugged and they're bound and all sorts. They're not getting away with anything.
Oh my gosh.
This is the guy that I'm showing them a picture of the guy who, and he just looks like you don't want him. Do you imagine him
being stuck next to him
in a dungeon, tied up and drugged, and he's having his wicked way at you.
Oh man,
he's
please
just
get it away.
It's just not, and he's so happy with what he's doing. And in part 3, the Human Centipede final sequence, it's based in a prison. It's got Eric Roberts stars in it. Eric Roberts stars in this film.
From Best of the Best.
Yeah, exactly. Julia Roberts'
brother. Yeah.
And in the prison, they make the biggest human. They make a Human Centipede of about 40 something people, I think.
Oh,
they
my
join
God.
them up. And don't ask me why this happens, how it happens. But it's the third one's it's a bit of a parody of itself. It just takes
Right.
even the director is in the film for a bit of
my
it. Tom Six.
Gosh.
It's just a bit of a crazy film. I don't know how they got it made, but they're in a prison and they get all these prisoners in the line. You see them in the courtyard, or like they're like Snake that used to get on Motorola. It looks like that in the courtyard.
On the Nokia, yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, Nokia. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just a crazy film.
What is like? Okay,
I don't know
what
how
is
this
the
got
message?
commissioned, man. The message is
What's the message
there is
behind
no
all
message.
this?
I just don't understand why they're doing it. It's just all sick. It's all sick.
What in terms of like Rotten Tomato? Like, is there any? Has it got anything
I think
on
it's
there?
got like a cult kind of following, but I'm pretty sure the actual score would have been quite low. Probably maybe 20% or something. I don't know. It's not going to be fresh. It's going to be quite stale. I mean, anything that passes through 2 intestines and so on, is going to be stale, isn't it? Can you imagine that? Imagine being the third person on the Human Centipede, the first one. The first person eats. The first person's actually quite fine. I think they've got a good life.
Because
Yeah,
they
eat and they
just
pass it through.
through.
Second person is losing. But the third person, you are finished, mate. You're getting 2 people's. So basically, the first person eats, turns into shit. Second person eats it, turns it into the worst shit. And the last person just gets. That's just
Yeah, but you're
disgusting.
saying that. But what about the 40th person?
Oh man.
This all.
Oh.
All right, here's my question. What in tarnations is this person thinking
Tom
of?
Six. He's demented. He's
What
possessed.
does this mean?
I don't know. I don't know what
Is there some sort of hidden meaning behind this?
Mate, I do not know what is going on with. I'm sure that this film was banned in many countries as well.
Well, check this out. Look at what it says over here. It says, in June 2011, the British Board of Film Classification, the BBFC, refused to classify The Human Centipede Part 2 for a direct-to-release... For a direct-to-video release, effectively meaning that the film could not legally be supplied in any format in the UK.
Yeah.
What the Centipede?
Yeah.
Oh my
Human
gosh.
Centipede. Even the director himself said the second one was the sickest one. Out of all of them, the sickest, and it is quite intimate because he has these people in a dark, nasty dungeon. It's disgusting.
I'm just like, you know what? I've heard so much, and I kind of watched this. Someone sent me the clip of that, and then they were like, "Hey, you know what? Watch this movie." And I was like, I watched it, and I was just like, you know what? I'd rather not. It just didn't appeal to me.
It's a sick film.
It's so funny because I'm just searching for it. It says you type in Human Centipede and it comes up with, in brackets, first sequence.
Yeah, the first one is called first sequence. Second one is called
second sequence.
Full sequence.
Oh, right, okay.
And then the third one's called, I think, the complete sequence or the final sequence. It's crazy, man.
How are these films getting made?
I'm telling you.
It was released in Fright Fest. The entire trilogy apparently was compiled into a single film in 2016. titled
Oh.
Complete Sequence,
Oh my gosh.
which Six described as a movie centipede. Oh my god. It got 5.1 out of 10. There's 33 reviews. Oh my god, Empire gave it 3 out of 5.
Oh, is it?
Empire magazine.
It's got a cult kind of thing to it. It's mad. The second one, I keep talking about the second one because the second one is quite sick, but the audition that the actor did, Tom Six, the director, asked the actor in the audition to rape a chair, which he did.
What the fuck? Like, what do you do? Where do you put
exactly?
where you
Which he did, and he got the role. So whatever he
put a
did,
leg up your ass? Like,
I don't
you
know.
Oh my god!
I don't know, but yeah. So Human Centipede, guys. If you wanna be sick by something, then the Human Centipede. Either the first, second, or third. But I think the second one is the worst one. Go ahead and watch it. And there'll be no David Attenborough in sight. No wildlife on that one. But yeah, that's.
Oh my god!
You want to watch it now? I know you're gonna.
I'm like,
You're repulsed, aren't
yeah.
you?
But no, actually, all right. There's Human Centipede, but one film that I do actually want to watch is The House That Jack Built.
Yeah, I need to book my ticket for that. But I'm gutted that I won't be able to go and watch the Q&A on the 12th.
Yeah, so seeing because obviously Matt Dillon, he was a big heartthrob in the 80s and the Rat Pack and everything like that, and then just to see the fact that he's come back now. All right.
So too.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying till the end.
Endgame, isn't it?
The end game. And if you like what you hear, please subscribe, please follow us, let us know what you think. Also, we're going to put up a poll, all right? Talking about sequels.
Okay.
Which sequel did it better? How about this? I'm going to put up a sequel, some pictures of some sequels. For example, Creed 2.
Okay.
Aliens 2.
Okay.
Godfather Part 2. And we want you, the audience, to let us know which sequel did it better.
Okay.
All right. So that's
Cool.
going to be, vote on that one. And also remember to keep it locked because...
Cinema tickets,
Yes.
of course. Yeah. So this week, please put in the caption on Instagram, Twitter, however you want to do it. Put in the...
Centipede.
Put in the episode 28 full sequence. Put in episode 28 full sequence. And just ask you a cinema ticket, and
Exactly.
we will send it to you. Anyone in the UK, anywhere in the UK,
Anywhere in the UK, yeah.
any view or Cineworld cinema ticket. So thank you guys. It's been great. It's been great at number 28. We'll see you next time.
See you.
Peace out.